Alrighty, we should be live, everybody. We're going to be here for some severe weather coverage, as we do have, again, our moderate risks for severe weather in place for portions of the upper Midwest. We have a pretty long night of coverage ahead of us here, so welcome into the live stream, everyone just now joining us here. So we're going to get started by taking a look at your current severe weather and tornado warnings, and you can see we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings here in the Rochester, Minnesota area. This is we have a severe thunderstorm warning here for Goodhue, Lake City, and Wabasha, Minnesota here. This is going to be for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. We're going to check out the rest of the warnings here in a minute, but we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. I believe that's all the way back down here in Texas, yes. So this is going to be going out for portions of central Texas here. This is going to be for Sterling City. I don't know why the warnings are disappearing. There we go. Yeah, Radar Mega is just glitching out for some reason. But this is going to be going out for Sterling City, a part of Highway 87 here. This is going to be for lime-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to turn off the alert sounds for now, and just, we'll see if that glitch decides to stop here. But back up to our severe thunderstorm warnings up here into portions of southern Minnesota. You can see we do have this severe warning storm, also with that tornado warning here near Abbott, Leah, and Bancroft and Alden, Minnesota here. So this is going to be for half-dollar size hail and radar indicated rotation. And that severe warning is going to be for half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So, again, this is part of our line here that will likely continue to try to produce tornadoes over the next couple hours. We really haven't seen a whole lot much as far as I know. Really, we've seen at least one possible tornado. Could have been a kind of a gustnado, but, nothing too crazy as of right now. And then we do have the severe warning down here near Buffalo Center, Thompson, and Lake Mills, Iowa. But really for this major tornado threat, what we're looking for is those discrete supercells, and I will say we're not really seeing them as of right now. I'd say that most of our cells have at this point kind of congealed into this one line here. I will say we did have a supercell up here in the portions of western Iowa that did look very concerning on radar moments ago here. You can see just a couple scans ago that had a very impressive look to it just as it crossed through Lamar's and began its way towards Highway 59 there, but that is starting to lose steam as it continues to get farther away from the radar site there. We do have a storm crossing here over the Iowa and Nebraska border here near Canton, Nebraska, that is currently moving into places like Rock Rapids, Little Rock, George, Edna, Alvord, Inwood, Dune, and Rock Valley, Iowa. This is going to be for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like a pretty strong storm to me, so definitely looks like it could definitely pack a punch there. Again, with some possible strong winds and even some large hail there near Canton and Beloit. So we'll keep our eyes on this storm, but for now, this is really all we got, at the moment here. But we do have a couple severe warnings down here into portions of northeastern Kansas. This is going to be going out for areas just to the north and east of Topeka, Kansas. This is going to be for Wamego and St. Mary's, Kansas, for golf ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. Again, that damage threat there is going to be considerable with that storm. But multiple severe warnings down here in Oklahoma. Again, two storms here warned for golf ball size hail. The southern one is going to be warned for 70-mile-an-hour winds as well. So this is going to be going out for the Altus, Oklahoma area. Again, with that dew point at 70 degrees. Wow. Very, very moist conditions. But Tipton and Manitou, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. Then we do have a couple severe warnings down here into portions of central Texas where they did extend that enhanced risk, and you can see we also do have another storm here warned for ping pong ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds. This is going to be crossing Highway 82 in just a moment here, but looks like this is very rural Texas, so we doesn't look like that we have any town names out here, but we do have the severe warning here for Anson and Hawley, Texas, for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Dream Chat here if anybody has any questions, but again, we haven't really seen a whole lot too much other than, I believe one destructive in Texas for big time hail and just some damaging winds. But honestly, that's pretty much it as far as I know. What's up, Davis? What's up, Day in the Life with Rain Maves? What's up, Weston? Freddy's ongoing land spout. Alright, but I don't know what storm he's on, but can I give a brief rundown of what you can expect in Skiatook? Alright, so I know you're out here into portions of northeastern Oklahoma, so really all the precipitation and convection that's going to be heading up into your area are these cells back down here into portions of Texas and Oklahoma. Now, the environment you're in is very favorable, therefore, again, supporting those long-tracking supercells, so I would not be surprised if these cells made it into your area. Now, will they be as strong? We're not sure, but I definitely do think that you could end up seeing some of that, heavy rain, some lightning, some thunder, some possibly even damaging winds. So we'll actually turn on the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, and we'll see what risk you're in. I don't know if you are in that enhanced risk. So yeah, you're in that slight risk here. So again, this is where you're going to probably see more of the remnants of these thunderstorms. But again, really the maximum damage threat and just strength with these storms is probably going to be happening right around now. But again, I would not be surprised if we did see some localized strong to damaging winds. And I would not rule out a brief tornado or two. So that's pretty much what you can expect throughout your area this evening into the overnight hours. So just make sure you're staying weather aware. What's up, Lucy? What's up, everybody in here? Hunter Hurley has ongoing tornado. What storm is that? I don't know if are Hunter and Freddy on the same storm? But again, you can see our moderate risk for severe weather is in place here for portions of northern Iowa into portions of southern Minnesota and portions of western Wisconsin there, including La Crosse, Twin Cities, Rochester, all the way back down to Waterloo, also including Winona there. So, big time moderate risk in place for today. So it looks like all of our chasers, I think this is the storm Davis was talking about, looks like it's the Albert Lee storm. Is it Albert Lee? I think it's Albert Lee. But I'm assuming this is the one that has the tornado in progress. Most of our chasers are on this anyways. But let me know if that's the storm that he's on. Bellevue, Kansas. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so this is actually part of our little cluster and line of storms here down in Kansas. I don't even see any significant rotations. That's interesting to note there. So apparently we do have a tornado on the ground near Bellevue, Kansas. Wow. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, so it's this little pocket of outflow. Oh, there it is. Let's see if that matches up. Yeah, okay, so this is the ongoing tornado here where you can kind of see a little bit of that inflow notch starting to develop there. So, again, tornado in progress, according to chasers out here near Emmett and Delia, Kansas. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting in your safe spot. Currently an unwarned tornado. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that message. Drop my charger brick. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be here for as long as possible for live from weather coverage. Because again, today's gonna be one of those days where we really need to make sure that we're here As right now, the severe weather event in general has been pretty tame so far. But obviously, we still have a long way to go before this thing is just quite over. So, again, we definitely should not give up on this event. Alright, so the only tornado warning we have right now is this one out here for Albert Lee, Alden, Bancroft, and Glenville, Minnesota. And so this is going to be going out for some rotation that was visible on radar, but this is in a pretty terrible radar hole. So, again, it's pretty hard to see, but near Alden, you can see that was quite strong there moments ago. But, you know, this is very far away from the radar site. It'd be great if we had a radar in northern Iowa, but unfortunately, that's not what we've got. Alright. What's up, boys? I'm live, just so you know.
LeBron James.
Are you guys live?
No.
Alright. We do have a reported tornado on the ground in Kansas.
In Kansas.
Doing damage.
Bro, I swear, if John McKinney is cooking again.
He went live.
Is it the severe windstorm?
Yes. This is near, I believe, Delia.
Delia.
You can't even really see the rotation, but it's there. Yeah, okay, so it's almost like impossible to see it. But if you guys look, there is something that resembles a possible velocity couplet, so I believe that is the ongoing tornado. Now we do have reports of damage according to Davis. So, again, we'll kind of continue to watch here. I'm wondering if that's actually a CC drop now. I think it's contamination, but you can kind of see for the past two scans the evolution of this. Okay, yeah, so that's probably contamination, but I just want to make sure that that's what I think it is, because, you know, looks like this is a damaging tornado. Alright, I'm gonna...
Dude, Mesoscale Mikey might actually be on this.
Are you going live, Levi, or?
No, my computer's absolutely selling right now.
Are you trying to go live at least?
I already tried 1 trillion times, and it's like, no, you don't get to do that.
I need you to go. I need you to cook, though.
Is it the tail end Charlie that has a tornado on it?
What'd you say?
Is it the tail end Charlie that has a tornado on it, or the northern one?
In Kansas?
It's a different system.
Yeah, this one's in northern Kansas right now.
No, yeah, I'm looking at northern Kansas, like that complex of Supercells.
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's near like Emmett, St. Mary's, Mayetta, Holton.
West of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you look all the way on the end of that line, there's really impressive.
Are you talking about
That's gonna
the...
get tornado warning soon.
Oh, near Abilene?
Yeah.
Look at that hook echo developing. That's on the southern side of this line. Yeah, okay, so this will likely need a tornado warning soon. Again, this is south of Abilene and Enterprise. This is a severe warning part of the line here for Holland. Looks like that rotation is just now picking up. So again, I would go ahead and get in your safe spot if you're in this area, because again, this is just a very significant environment that this storm is entering here. I mean, I don't know how much the cape is, how much cape we have out here, but I mean, I'm sure that it's very high. Again, still a possible ongoing tornado north of Delia, Kansas there, with that very faint velocity couplet. But you can kind of see an inflow notch developing there with a nice hook echo. So, I do think that along this line we could definitely see some embedded tornadoes. And there we go, they did just warn that rotation for Navarre and Pearl, Iowa, or excuse me, Kansas.
Call out of the century.
again, if you're in this area, make sure you are getting in your safe spot. This is along our dry line, so we'll see how this storm tries to put down a tornado here. Yeah.
I need to chase or I'm gonna crash out.
What storm are you talking about? Contamination, Davis.
Davis isn't in here.
Oh, he's in my chat.
Oh.
He just said contamination. I don't know what area of rotation he's talking about.
Where is Davis? Is he streaming?
He was streaming. I don't know why he ended, but...
Yes, he ended.
Oh, Hunter Hurley.
Dude, why is everything so slow on my PC right now? Alright, gotta crash out. Literally me.
Apparently we have a collapsed building from this tornado here. If that's true, then this is a damaging tornado. I mean, this is unwarned. I don't know where and when the tornado touched down, but Davis said that according to Hunter Hurley, we have a tornado causing damage. Alright, so the tornado warning in southern Minnesota has now expired. Again, pretty hard to tell what we've got going on with that storm, as again, this is so far away from the radar site. I mean, let's see. This is over 85 miles away from the radar site, so almost impossible to really get a good idea of what we've got going on there. Alright, so they did just update the warning here for our Kansas storm here. Again, with that tornado warning, strong rotation still ongoing there. Sadliv Enterprise. So.
Bro, how am I supposed to get a 3,000 watch hours?
I don't even know. I think it's just grinding, honestly. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get there, but ooh, look at this boundary on the.
Oh, look at the STP. Sorry.
Look at the boundary on the radar. That is so satisfying. I believe that is an outflow boundary. It's beautiful. I love weather.
Real.
Alright, so honestly at this point I doubt that we have a tornado still on the ground here. Again, I really don't know if that was actually a tornado in progress, but apparently we just had a brief unwarned tornado in Kansas here. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you go hit that subscribe button. We are currently at 1,216 subscribers. If we could get to 1,220 subscribers, that would be awesome. So we are 4 away from that goal. We are currently at...
Hello.
What's up?
I just wanted to say a couple things. First of all, where did you see the report of the collapsed building?
It was someone in Hunter Hurley's chat.
I didn't see anything like that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I didn't see anything like that when I was watching his stream.
Was that tornado unwarned?
Yeah, speak of it. I guess they didn't see it.
I doubt it's on the ground anymore. I mean, you could barely...
No, it's not on the ground anymore. I mean, it was very brief.
Yeah. But again,
Yes, hi.
Levi and Jesse were just in here, but they left.
I know why.
Hello. This outbreak is a bust. I mean, I don't want to call it a bust because the models were literally showing what we have going on right now. I mean, the HRRR had pretty much the exact same line going into southern portions of Minnesota, and it showed barely any discrete supercells, and we really only got one that was significant, which was out here in northwestern Iowa, which again, it really did look like it was trying to put something down, trying to get ready to produce there, just after it went through Lamar's and Remsen, Iowa. But other than that, I mean, really all we've seen is just a couple of severes up there in Minnesota with embedded areas of rotation, some storms in Kansas, and then our severe warnings down into Texas and Oklahoma. So, yeah. I mean, considering this was a 15 hatched, you can definitely make the case that this was a bust, but I'm just trying to point that out.
By the way, the HRRR did have plenty of supercells going in Iowa by now. If you look at the past runs, even the run that's just now coming in already had discrete supercells in Iowa in that.
Well, I mean, this morning it didn't really have a whole lot much.
This morning, I mean, okay, if we're talking about this morning, then sure. But all of the past 7 runs on the HRRR have had discrete supercells developing between 6 and 7 p.m., and that just hasn't happened.
We're at 10 likes. Let's go. Honestly, nothing much going on right now, to be honest with you guys. Alright, new severe thunderstorm warning here. This is going to be a extension of our warning back down here towards Manitou, Snyder, and Indiahoma, Oklahoma here. This is going to be for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, so this is a pretty healthy supercell here, trying to show some signs of strengthening inflow there, so definitely no, imminent rotation, but we'll keep our eyes on this as this kind of clears out of the pocket of contamination here for any possible rotation. But again, heavy rain and strong to damaging winds are certainly going to be possible with that storm. Newest HRRR has laid off a bit on discrete mode in Iowa. Yeah, I mean, considering what we're seeing right now, I can imagine that that's what it's showing.
I'm back again.
What's up, Jesse?
That's partially just because they were supposed to develop by now and they didn't, so. I think at this point, any sort of strong tornado threat is very slowly going to go downhill. I mean, it's certainly not impossible still at this point that we see something significant, but even if you just look at, like, instability values, you can see that over the next few hours they're going to drop significantly.
Hey, we still got Oklahoma.
We still got Oklahoma. I mean, I actually, again, I said this earlier in my community tab, why does Oklahoma look more impressive than the entire 15% hatched area?
Yeah, Lucy, the cap is definitely helping us out here. Alright, so at this point, it looks like the line is pretty much fully developed here across portions of southeastern Minnesota. So expect this to sweep into portions of western Wisconsin and extreme northeastern Iowa over the next couple hours. We're talking probably 70 to 80 mile per hour winds at the maximum intensity with this line as it continues to strengthen there. But if you're in the La Crosse area, Black River Falls, Marshfield, Decorah, Mason City, those kind of areas, prepare to be impacted by this line over the next couple of hours here, because again, this looks like it's going to end up packing quite the punch here as it continues to develop. We do have that hatched wind threat in this area, so even though the tornado threat isn't, performing as kind of, shown by the SPC, if that makes sense. How they had that 15 hatched, and we haven't really seen too much tornadic activity at all. Just because that's not really verifying doesn't mean that you should let your guard down here, because we still have hail and that wind threat.
People were saying we were gonna see a high risk today. Like, what?
I didn't see anyone that said that.
I did.
Davis did.
Someone said that there was gonna be a high risk today.
There was a poll put out yesterday about it, there's actually a poll put out 2 days ago about a day 2 high risk being issued, and 55% of people said there would be.
Well, that's just literally probably a bunch of unknowledgeable people, though.
Public caller report lots of hail falling down, with the largest being ping pong ball sized out here into areas just south of Yanktown, Nebraska. So that storm has now been upgraded to ping pong ball sized hail. So I think we did look at this storm just a minute ago, but if you're in St. Helena, Mission Hill, or Gayville, make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows, because again, that storm is likely producing some large hail there. I mean, but even the Rufus, I mean, I don't know, if it was starting to show discrete supercells on the morning runs of today, but I mean, it's not like none of the models showed this thing completely busting.
Guys, if the Rufus and the Her had a kid, what would its name be?
Oh, right. It would be named the Gifts.
The Roof.
Gifts.
What?
Get it, the GFS?
Yeah. Nah, bro, GFS is like the grandpa of the model there.
That's true.
The
And then the
grandpa.
European's the grandma.
Exactly. And then the Rufus and the Her are married.
I
The
like.
Canadian's like the ultimate, he's like the great-grandfather.
Nah, he's the uncle, bro.
Is Vincent still streaming?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Said they
The-
can't stream today.
The Canadians like the crunkle.
Nah, bro. Canadians just like lit uncle,
What are we talking about?
I'm gonna jump for a second. I'll be back.
Okay.
Alright.
Got the
Yeah,
news set up.
I'm gonna go. I'll be back in like 30 minutes though, probably.
Alright, but wow, okay, so this storm again that just put down that tornado near Denison, Holton, and Mayetta, Kansas. Really clearing out here on inflow. And it's starting to hook out pretty significantly there. They did just extend that severe warning for golf ball size hail and 60 mile per hour winds, but I would say down the line, this needs to be watched for, a possible tornado threat, because again, the reflectivity, just presentation of that storm is looking much more significant by the scan here. Honestly, if I were to give you guys a storm to watch just for an imminent tornado threat, we don't really have that many, but honestly, I think if we saw another tornado warning, or, just a tornado in general over the next 25-30 minutes, my best guess would be that storm. But again, all we gotta do is kind of just watch here and see what these other storms do as they try to put down tornadoes. But I mean, this event has certainly not verified as a 15 hatch, but obviously, the models definitely did pretty well with this, considering that, this was a dryline event, which the HRRR is always known for under-convecting in these kind of events, but, I mean, so. Alright, new tornado warning. Let's see if they just warned that. Nope. Is it not popping up? It's not. My warn counter just turned red. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, new tornado warning here. This is going to be going out for portions of northern Minnesota for Little Pine, Wakanabo, and Emily. This is going to be for radar indicator rotation and ping pong ball sized hail. So this is going to be for northwestern Atkin and northeastern Crow Wing counties in central Minnesota. So if you're in this area, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows. Again, it looks like that cell is starting to develop a little bit of a hook echo there. Pretty far away from the radar site, but you can kind of make out, you know, a little bit of a hook edge developing, and you can see also very significant rotation. Again, getting ready to move up towards Highway 6 and Highway 169. So again, this is your pocket of rotation. It's going to be moving up to the northeast through this area here. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting in your safe spot. And the next scan kind of killed it here, but we'll continue to watch as that develops rotation. Alright, new severe thunderstorm warning. They did just extend that warning here for Sibley, Little Rock, Bigelow, Round Lake, and Harris in portions of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa here for ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. The viewership on the stream has been excellent, so I appreciate all of you that have tuned in. What's up, Severe Storm Filmer? Your area has an enhanced risk tomorrow in northeast Ohio. Do you think the Storm Prediction Center will add a 5% tornado and a moderate risk for wind? I really doubt it. I think that a significant wind event is certainly possible, but I really don't think that we're going to see a moderate risk. I think that as of right now, just based on everything I've looked at, I think the enhanced risk is going to be a pretty good outlook for that event, but obviously we'll continue to watch model trends, but I definitely still think that's going to be a significant event in terms of wind. Pretty significant supercell here near Little Rock, Edna, George, and Rock Rapids, Iowa. So, would not be surprised. Wow, okay, yeah, so this has a hail spike, as well as many pixels of 70 dBGs. I was literally just about to say, I would not be surprised if we saw some big hail falling with this thing, and the next scan really just kind of blew this thing up here, but you can see, again, multiple pixels of 70 plus dBGs. I'm trying to find the max value here. Looks like we're up to about 71 dBGs there, but if we take a look at your vertically integrated liquid, you can see it is becoming much larger. This scan is behind, I think, so I would not be surprised if that was maxed out on the next scan there. Yeah. Alright, I have no clue where that next severe warning is. Dude, I just hate it when it doesn't pop up. Is that thing too loud for you guys? Let me know.
Vincent, where did everyone go?
I have no clue. Davis said he was gonna be back soon, and then Jesse just, like, never spoke again. Like, I think he's still in the call, I don't know. Alright, 2 new severe warnings. We have one here going out for Crowell, Texas here. This is going to be for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And then we do have another severe thunderstorm warning here for Albany, Texas. This is going to be for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds as well. So if you're in any of these areas, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to turn on all reports here so we can get up to date with everything that's going on the ground here. Alright, news for thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of far northern Wisconsin for Leona, Armstrong Creek, and Goodman, Wisconsin here for 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail, and a possible tornado there. So, it is going to be for this storm that's going to be going up towards the UP of Michigan there over the next couple of minutes. So, very far away from the radar site. You can definitely see, again, that strong thunderstorm moving over to this area. That dew point is at 48 degrees, but this thing is still thriving.
I'm genuinely about to crash out, bro.
Why?
My DaVinci will just, like, not open.
That sucks, bro. Your computer is crashing out for real.
Yep.
Dang. I got excited because I thought those were Mammatus clouds for a second, but you can kind of see the storm out here in the distance on your cam here in Abilene, Texas. Alright, news for thunderstorm warning. This is also going to be going out for portions of northern Wisconsin here. That's another reissuance here for Antigo, White Lake, Townsend, and Lakewood. This is going to be for quarter-size hail, 6-mile-per-hour winds, and a possible tornado. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. We did just get another severe thunderstorm warning here. This is going to be going out for Wabasha, Alma, and Buffalo City, Minnesota, I believe, for quarter-size hail and 6-mile-per-hour winds. They're right on the border, so I'm not sure. I think it's... Nope, okay, Alma is in Wisconsin, Buffalo City is also in Wisconsin, so yeah. Wabash is technically in Minnesota. So again, this is on the northern part of our line. Also some significant rotation developing, going up towards Modena and Mondovi, Minnesota, I believe. So, I would not be surprised if they gave that tornado warning soon. Alright, we did just get another severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be going out for portions of central Kansas here. This is going to be for Junction City and Rayford, Kansas, for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. This whole area being impacted by this line here is currently under a flash flood warning. So make sure you are staying off the roadways as much as possible, you know, because obviously you're dealing with that large hail threat as well as that damaging wind threat, but also, again, this flooding threat. So make sure you turn around and that you do not drown. Did you ever get DaVinci Resolve to open, Levi?
No.
Dang. These storms are photogenic, but they're just not putting down tornadoes.
Yeah.
I mean, as a chaser, we take. I think the structure's probably nice, but, I mean, not really too much tornadic activity here. Okay. we do have a report of ping pong to golf ball size hail from the public here 2 miles southwest of George, Iowa. For this storm here going towards Sibley, south of Worthington for Ochaden. So yeah, they do have this storm warned here for ping pong ball size hail. This is actually okay. This is the same storm I talked about earlier with that big time scan. So that report just came about a mile or two south of where we saw that, major scan. So it has actually maintained the 70 plus dBz's for a while now. And it looks like they did upgrade the vertically integrated liquid, or they updated it. It's coming in pretty slow there, but you can see it finally does max out there south of Little Rock. But again, would not be surprised if we saw up to golf ball size hail in that area. Alright, news for thunderstorm warning here. This is going to be going out for portions of western Oklahoma for Sentinel, Dill City, Burns Flat, Bessie, and New Cordell. This is going to be for half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. Alrighty. Turn around, do not drown. Sounds like a great public service slogan for flash flooding. It really is tenacious. Also, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. Alright, news for thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of southwest Oklahoma here for Altus, East Duke, El Dorado, and Olustee. Oklahoma again, so quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds expected. I just unplugged my light. There we go. So if you're in this area, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows. Got another severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of central Kansas here for Manhattan, Wamego, Louisville, and Zandale. I'm saying that so wrong. But quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds expected. We're at 12 likes, so I'd say that considering how good the viewership has been with this stream, we should definitely set a goal of 20 likes. And I honestly think we can do it because we've gotten a lot of people that have popped in and popped out here. So, but this severe thunderstorm warning here for Atchison, Effingham, and Muskota here. That storm looks very significant there. Again, with the lime size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind tag. Maxing out vertically integrated liquid. I don't know if it's just a glitch or like the scan, but for some reason I feel like the scans for vertically integrated liquid are just not coming in as fast as reflectivity. We did just get a new hail report here, which does line up with the area of 70 dBz's, a couple miles to the west of George, Iowa here. For hen egg size hail. So this is one of the more discrete cells we have in our entire environment. If we do see these cells continue moving into southern Minnesota, they are moving into a little bit more of a favorable environment because again your dry line is just set up back here towards Sioux Falls. So if this storm continues to move into the environment with, dew points into the mid to upper 60s, I definitely do think that big time hail, damaging winds, and a tornado or two cannot be ruled out. looks like the stream's been working fine here, so glad to see that everything's going well. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,120 subscribers, so that'll be greatly appreciated. Still, again, that significant hail core here south of Bigelow. Is that South Dakota? Indeed. Or no, that's Minnesota. This is along the border here. Still likely seeing up to hen egg size hail. They updated the warning. Still did not upgrade. Which I think, honestly, they should probably upgrade this to at least ping pong ball size hail, or they could just reissue the warning there. So we'll see what they do with that. News for thunderstorm warning here. This is going to be going out for Abilene, Enterprise, Chapman, and Holland, Kansas for quarter-size hail on 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. Again, the same line here continues to warrant these warnings. So Kansas for quarter-size. Alright, another new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of northern Iowa here, for Titonka, Woden, Crystal Lake, and Thompson, out here in northern Iowa for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Most of our chasers seem to be on this storm here, so we'll be watching if this is going to be the one that produces, a tornado. But this tornado threat has really not been anything significant, which we're glad that, that's the case here, because this event has just not played out, like how a 15% hatched, you think kind of would. So, this big hailer is now crossing into the, into portions of southern Minnesota there. Also, would not be surprised if we saw some localized damaging winds, up to 70 miles an hour. In the Bigelow area, it's warned for 60, but, according to radar, we have, pretty significant winds. And we could even have some rotation develop, because there is a pretty clear inflow notch starting to develop. Again, this is going to be going up towards Round Lake. So, we'll watch. Alright. Looks like we did just get a new tornado watch, so we'll actually go check that out right now here. Alrighty. So, this new tornado watch will be going out for portions of Wisconsin, into portions of far northeastern Iowa, I believe. And so what they're saying here is that a few tornadoes are likely, scattered hail up to 2-inch size likely, and scattered wind gusts up to 75 miles per hour are also likely. So, that should be for our line here, moving through this area. So, just now reminiscing on what we had yesterday. I'm still trying to process what even just happened yesterday. We had 2 giant wedge tornadoes, but that first one was an absolute beast. I mean, that was a monster. That was a giant tornado. I've had a very long day. And honestly, we really don't have too much action going on right now. I mean, the environment, again, was perfect for strong tornadoes, and we just did not see discrete cells. Alright, new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of far northern Texas, for Quanah and Chillicothe. This is going to be for Gulf Fall size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So this cell is going to be moving north here into portions of southern Oklahoma over the next couple of minutes. Likely producing pretty large hail there, so make sure you're getting indoors and especially away from windows. So then you could definitely get some pretty big cracks there. So we'll go back up here to check out our area of rotation we watched back all the way up into Minnesota. But first we'll actually look at this tornado warning that we do have up here. So, 21 remains in effect for Palisade and Walkenobo. So, still some significant rotation developing out there. And we'll look back here into Wisconsin. Alright, so it looks like this is the area of rotation we watched a couple minutes ago. You can see it actually gets very tight over here with that pixel 78 mile per hour winds going one way there. So that's 78 against 39, or 71 against 39, excuse me. So about 110 gauge here. This is the tornado possible tag, and it's been rotating for a while here, so we'll continue to watch as it tries to do something. But yeah, look at all that inflow developing. Again, I really would not be surprised if they warned this within the next couple of minutes, but that area of rotation is going to be going up towards Clayhorn, Brackett, Allen, Nix Corner, Foster, and Hale Corner, Wisconsin. North of Mondovi. Alright, tornado warning continues for Palisade, Minnesota. Still radar indicated there. Alright, news for thunderstorm warning here. This is going to be going out for Lakefield, Jackson, Sioux Valley, Alpha, and Petersburg, Minnesota. This is going to be for half dollar size scale and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that's the same storm we were watching a couple minutes ago. Now moving up into that area. So make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. I'm just checking now. I'm wondering if Ryan even went live.
Still not warned. If you have friends.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Looks like we joined at the right moment because we have a unwarned giant tornado in this area. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's look at the CC drop. Look at that. Yeah, significant tornado on the ground. Alright, so we have an unwarned tornado on our air rotation we pointed out, approaching Clayhorn and Allen and Foster, Wisconsin. Yeah, that ramped up quickly. So again, there's the warning, and this is now an observed tornado. So again, tornado on the ground, about to cross Interstate 94 here in just a minute. This is a strong tornado. Wow. That is a deep and very large CC drop. So again, very worried about this tornado here. Very clear inflow notch developing, and we saw that rotation, and then we just got that massive CC drop. So, big time tornado in progress. So again, if you're in Clayhorn, Brackett, Allen, Next Corner, Foster, Hale Corner, Town of Lincoln, or Fall Creek, Wisconsin, make sure you're getting in your safe spot, because this looks to be a pretty strong tornado here on the ground. Again, I was literally just checking to see if Ryan was live, and as soon as I joined, I saw that CC drop, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's the same storm we looked at. But what surprises me is that just now popped up, and that's really big. Yeah, right there. We got that CC drop. So, again, it still looks like we, do have this tornado on the ground here. This is going through County Road West. Yeah, there are homes out here. So this is now damaging homes. So, wow. And velocities are back here, up to 72 against 31, so still about 110 gate to gate shear. Thankfully, the radar operators are working very hard to give us rapid scans here. So it appears that this tornado hopefully could be occluding or lifting here. But damaging tornado likely just impacted portions of Eau Claire County in central Wisconsin. So at this point, it looks like most of this is going to be debris fallout, but there's still a very brief CC drop, so we'll see if it does return on the next scan. But you can see it did get quite deep there. But again, this definitely was a significant tornado, considering that we saw that very deep CC drop, you know, with this tornado being located so far away from the radar. So I mean, you're looking very, very high up in the atmosphere, so that's why this is so impressive. Alright, news for thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for Wathena, Troy, and Atchison, as well as Kickapoo, Kansas, for lime-sized hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds. We do actually have our Dragon Nation camera, wow, getting rocked by, definitely could be inflow here, but you can see the whole thunderstorm starting to come into the view here. So this is going to be a great camera to watch as this storm continues to come into view. This is just north of Kansas City, about across into Missouri here. So this camera is in the direct path of the severe warning here. So it looks like we'll get a view of possibly even some of that hail core. So, alright, news for thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going down into portions of northern Texas here for Quanah, for ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's go back up toward Tornado, up here into Wisconsin, where we likely did see a brief but pretty strong tornado. So we'll see if this is still on the ground there. So if we take a look at velocities, you can see they have started to weaken out a little bit there, but still definitely some very strong and tight rotation. And we look at the CC, and we still do have, if that is the next scan, it looks like, yeah, that is most likely a tornado still on the ground there. So, I mean, this could definitely be roping out, but I would not say yet that this is no longer on the ground. So, tornado still on the ground, likely ripping through Clayhorn and Brackett, Wisconsin. But again, you can see that big time CC drop back there. Again, that's what got us all very concerned. But it looks like this thing is weakened for the most part, but definitely still a possible tornado on the ground here. This is a radar confirmed tornado. Alright. That's a pretty deep CC drop, and you're getting to 0.54% there. So again, the deepest it got here was 0.55, I think. Unless it was deeper a scan ago. Yeah, I believe that's the deepest it got. So again, this is actually now a little bit deeper. Alright, the next scan really shrinks the size of that CC drop. So again, it looks like for the most part this is lifting or roping out, I guess. But again, likely a significant tornado just ripped through Clayhorn, Wisconsin. But again, that area of rotation became very, very strong there, just as it crossed into Wisconsin, and then we got that big time CC drop. I mean, velocities are still significant there. We have 61 against 20, so I mean, still about, yeah, I guess 80. Wow, okay, yeah, so that scan came back. We now have 88 against 25 there. Yeah, that's not good. So, I mean, still possible tornado on the ground. So, about 113 gate shear. Still likely a significant tornado in progress here if this is still on the ground. Again, it looks like this thing could be lifting, actually. It was near Clayhorn, and appears that the CC drop is pretty much gone for the most part, unless this thing is lifted. But you can still kind of make out a little brief CC drop there. But velocities definitely do not line up with this in terms of a strength kind of standpoint there. Because again, gate to gate shear well over 100 miles per hour there on that scan just a moment ago. Yeah, these things are coming in hot, so very good to see. Wow, okay, so very significant area of rotation on the south side of this line here near Nick's corner. Definitely could get a tornado warning for this part of the line. Yeah, that's almost looking more significant than our possible tornado. Yeah, so at this point I pretty much doubt that we have a tornado on the ground anymore up there. But I mean, these velocities are very impressive back here. We have about 75 against 20. But just considering what we've seen over the past, couple hours, I mean, this is definitely one of the more impressive kind of events of the day here. But that other area of rotation is going to be going up towards Augusta. Again, I really do think that they should issue another tornado warning for a different area, because at this point the tornado is pretty much dissipated there near Clayhorn. So yeah. Alright, I already ate. Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. It's like Freddie McKinney's got a beautiful rainbow actually on his stream. Wow.
Vincent,
Yeah?
I don't know if you saw, but the tornado from yesterday got surveyed.
What is it?
1.25 miles wide.
Wow. That's
And got rated at high NDF2.
That's honestly pretty underwhelming for the width. But I mean I get the rating. And now he's gone.
Yeah, I've been saying for a while now that people were overshooting this, and I still believe that to be true. I said earlier today it was probably 1 to 2 miles wide, so I'm very glad I said that, because I thought about not saying anything about it, because that was going to be such a hard one to get right. So I just threw out a very wide range, and I got lucky that it fell within there, but I really didn't think that it was, 2-3 miles wide like a lot of people were saying. But that is still by far the largest tornado that we have seen this year. That is larger than Essex was.
Yeah. Again, significant area of rotation south of Foster and Hale Corner, Wisconsin. So, honestly, I would throw out another tornado warning for that area. As it appears that the main circulation, which again was that damaging tornado earlier near Clayhorn, has likely lifted at this point. But that was a pretty brief, but again, damaging tornado.
Yeah, so again, large tornado just hit the south side of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. If you are just now tuning in, again, debris was measured on the correlation coefficient over 15,000 feet in the atmosphere there, potentially even higher. Again, we're already looking 6,000 to 10,000 feet up in the atmosphere just based off of how far away the radar is. So the fact that it was still maxing out the scale on the correlation coefficient points to the idea that this was a potentially a violent tornado. Again, not necessarily meaning EF4 or EF5 intensity, but having violent wind speeds of EF4 to EF5 intensity. But again, it all comes down to the damage surveys. We're not going to know until we see what they say. And again, I'm not going to pre-rate it, but very, very intense tornado. And still some debris fallout there over Brackett, likely some pieces of homes and trees there. Again, mixing in with our contamination, so it's hard to tell what's what. But if you look at the past CC scans,
potentially still some debris mixed in there, so make sure you are staying in your safe spot if you're included in this tornado warning.
News for thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for Holton, Circleville, Emmett, and Mayetta, Kansas here for half-dollar size and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, we did just get a 70-mile-an-hour wind report just near Horton, Kansas. So this is actually just now approaching our Dragon Nation cam here, and you can see obviously those ominous clouds off to your west. So we'll be watching as the storm continues to move in, but this is likely dropping up to lime-sized hail and also producing again those 70-mile-an-hour damaging winds. So get ready if you are in the Atchison or within a Kansas area, but that also does include the downtown St. Joseph metro area.
Yeah, so again, if you're in this area, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows. Again, you're going to have wind-driven hail there, and that's going to be a really huge threat for some of those windows on those homes. Again, you want to make sure that you are getting away from windows, but again, even with winds of this intensity, I mean, you are talking about, potentially low-end EF0 tornado, very intense wind gusts there, and we did get a report of building damage whenever this line was in the Mayetta area.
All right.
So they did just update the tornado warning south of Eau Claire. This is actually, believe it or not, still a radar-confirmed tornado here. I'm not sure how they're radar confirming that at this point. So they're talking about near Fall Creek. So that would be still the original tornado there that we had. Again, not sure why this is still radar confirmed, but again, either way, you do need to make sure that you are staying in your safe spot there. And this just now crossed over I-94 south of Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
That area of rotation to the south remains pretty strong there near Foster. That's going to be near Hell Corner as we speak right now. That will be approaching Augusta, Wisconsin here over the next couple of minutes, but definitely would not be surprised to see that get either a new tornado warning or make an attempt at putting down another tornado.
So, again, continuing to watch this as this moves off to the east-northeast. Again, very likely that this is no longer producing a tornado, but either way, again, you need to remain in your safe spot as the National Weather Service still does have a tornado warning out for your area. And again, there's still some tight rotation there near Foster, Wisconsin at this point, so very good chance that does try and spin up at least a brief tornado there as that approaches Augusta. I would also like to note we do still have a tornado warning in effect for our storm all the way up into northern Minnesota here just north of Aiken. However, at this point, we're not seeing any sort of noticeable rotation with that, but if it was there, it would be near the Palisade area most likely. Also worth noting, again, we're continuing to see those damaging wind reports and wind gusts come out of Kansas after this big old bow echo line of storms moves through. Again, that's going to be crossing I-29 here shortly. But outside of that, not a whole lot of new information. Again, I'm waiting to see some damage pictures so that we know the exact intensity of this thing. But unfortunately, again, there were no chasers or spotters on this thing at all. We do have storm spotters heading down in that area right now, so we'll see if we get any reports or photos of damage. But again, I'll be trying to update you guys on that. Okay, I think I just saw something here, maybe? No. Okay, that was from funnily enough, there was a house fire very close to this area earlier today. Not funnily enough, but...
Yeah, Max said this was a strong to violent tornado.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it. By the way, this is the anniversary of Wisconsin's strongest tornado of all time.
Wow.
The Barnveld, Wisconsin F5. A lot of you guys probably know quite a bit about that. I've almost thought about doing a documentary on that because it is so rare to see. I guess this is not the anniversary of that. I don't know why. I saw a post about it, but I guess it wasn't today. But again, either way, still some significant rotation ongoing there. Again, I'm trying to find some updates for you guys in terms of damage. Not seeing anything quite yet. Again, it's just going to be until people get out there. We can't tell you guys exactly what's going on at the surface, but with a debris signature that large, it is very likely that there are homes and businesses damaged and potentially destroyed.
Yeah.
So.
Significant tornado.
Yeah, I guess Barndale was in June. I saw someone that said it was today. That was very wrong.
News for the thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of central Kansas here for Alma and Allendorf, Kansas. This is going to be for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds along portions of Interstate 70. So if you're in this area, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows. What's up, B-Dog?
Yeah, so again, the tornado yesterday, the largest one in Nebraska, got surveyed at high NDF2 intensity, very close to low NDF3, and it was also 1.25 miles wide. So again, huge violent wedge tornado yesterday, and I believe the largest tornado that I've ever covered live on stream. I can't think of any that were confirmed to be larger than that off the top of my head.
Yeah, that was the largest I've ever covered.
Yeah, I mean, again, if that hit an area where people actually lived and there was population out there, that would be an EF4, EF5 tornado without a doubt.
Yeah.
So again, based off of what we just saw here, guys, likely a strong tornado just ripped through the south side of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Again, was not expecting the QLCS to bring us the strongest tornado of the day. That's for sure.
That rotation really picked up near Hale Corner. The latest scan has us weakening a little bit more, but as it was on top of Hale Corner, you could see much stronger velocities there. So we're watching as that couplet kind of takes over here. And I think it's contamination, but check for a possible CC drop on that.
I think I saw what you're talking about. It's just contamination, because,
oh yeah, it's moving the wrong way.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and it also doesn't quite line up.
Yeah, that's true. Well, actually it does, but...
Not on the exact pixel. I don't know if I was saying Wisconsin, guys, but I know it's pronounced Wisconsin.
I always say Wisconsin.
Maybe it's a Midwest thing that I say Wisconsin, but I definitely don't say Westconsin, or at least I try not to. But I know some people call it Wisconsin, 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 Wisconsin. I mean, there's... I guess maybe it's just a Midwest thing that I say Wisconsin, but... Bro, literally nothing has happened today. Did you not see what we just had, my good sir?
Beautiful storm coming on the Dragon Nation cam there, with a nice little sunset in the background as well. Likely some photogenic storms. The tornado warning that just got upgraded is still observed, or updated there. So we could have some sort of debris fallout still possibly over the town of Lincoln.
I can't believe this is still observed. They updated it again, it's still observed.
Still observed.
It's definitely not on the ground, but there could be some debris fallout there, guys. So again, make sure that you are staying in your safe spot, again, preferably underground or in a storm shelter.
That contamination looks so much like a CC drop near Hale Corner. Like, it looks very convincing, but it's not, I don't think.
Yeah, if you look, it doesn't quite line up there, and then also it's not moving in the same direction as the velocity couplet. I would like to note we are having another shift in our velocities off to the south, so
I see that.
Areas near Price and Augusta, as well as Hay Creek, be on the lookout, because it's trying to shift off to the south here again. Again, we've had 3 separate areas of rotation develop embedded in this line, so...
Yeah, so that just went through the Oseo area. Again, that is going to be approaching Hay Creek here over the next minute or so. So be prepared to take shelter. Again, I would not rule out another tornado or two along this line here. Because there is a tornado watch for this area here, so...
Yeah, again, this QLCS is going to continue to push eastward with several embedded areas of rotation developing in it. This is a setup that reminds me a lot of a, like, wintertime Dixie setup. We got that QLCS, which usually would just bring in damaging winds, but in a setup this potent, it is virtually... Oh, that was a bad voice crack. It is virtually impossible to get by without at least seeing a couple of brief tornadoes, and again, in this instance, unfortunately, we had a very strong tornado, most likely, that moved through Montobi.
And they just reissued the warning here. This extends all the way out to Fairchild, Augusta, Ludington, and Wilson. Again, radar indicated rotation, so that does include also the southern area of rotation there. So we're kind of just watching in this general vicinity, in this part of the line, for another spin-up tornado.
Yeah, and for anybody wondering, why is this warning polygon so large? Again, that is because the velocity couplet has shifted multiple times now. Within the past 30 minutes, it has shifted twice. So there's a good chance that, even if you're not in the direct path of where our area of rotation is right now, this could certainly shift off to the north or to the south any minute. So again, anywhere in this warning polygon, you need to be in your safe spot, whether you're at Stanley, Fairchild, or Wilson. We also did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning out ahead of this. This is a separate National Weather Service warning office. We're moving from Twin Cities to La Crosse. It looks like the La Crosse office is going to leave it at a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag, but they may upgrade it to a tornado warning as the line approaches closer, but we'll see. Right now, severe thunderstorm warning there for Greenwood.
Looks like our severe warning near Jackson has some insane structure, according to Alex Russell.
So again, waiting for more photos of damage to come in from this destructive tornado that we just had on the south side of Wisconsin. We do have multiple spotters on the south side of Eau Claire now, likely trying to figure out what went down here in this area again, because we genuinely don't know. We didn't have any spotters. We didn't have any chasers. I'm sure we had some traffic cameras in this area, but I doubt they were able to capture this thing, so it would have been extremely rain-wrapped. Overall, this was just not a good tornado, because, we didn't know it was happening at first. The second it got warned, it was already very strong. It also had no views from the surface, so we didn't know what was going on whatsoever, and it's a populated area. I will say, if this was happening in downtown Eau Claire, this would have been a lot worse. So it's a good thing that it happened like 10 miles further to the south, because Eau Claire, I believe, has like 100,000 people. If a tornado of this intensity hit downtown Eau Claire, there is a good chance that it would have gone PDS or potentially even tornado emergency, depending on the strength. But again, very strong tornado there, south of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Someone in chat reported that scanner had major damage near Eau Claire, apparently. So, already not a great thing to see.
Tornado warning here. That they just did reissue that warning. I believe National Weather Service La Crosse did it. This is going to be going out for Reesburg, Willard, and Greenwood here. And also including Hemlock and Longwood in Wisconsin. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows.
Yeah. Again, I'd like to bring our attention back here just briefly to our storm in Kansas. Again, this is north of Kansas City, right? Obviously it's not going to end up seeing the most intense wind gusts out of this little QLCS, because it's pretty far on the north side of it. You can even see the camera shaking a little bit around up here. And again, we did get that report of a 70-mile-an-hour gust from a train spotter, and a report of a damaged building from Mayetta. It's producing damaging winds of 70 to 80 miles an hour near Kickapoo and Platte City. So if you're in this area, make sure you are moving indoors and away from windows. Not only are we going to be seeing those damaging wind gusts, but some large hail as well. So again, Wisconsin, at this point, the tornado warning has been downgraded to radar indicated, even by the National Weather Service in the Twin Cities. So again, no longer an ongoing tornado here. But you need to remain in your safe spot, because there is a very good chance that we see this spin back up. Again, we got multiple areas of rotation there, so we certainly can't rule it out. All right. again, if you know anybody from Eau Claire, especially on the south side of town, make sure to let them know that they're okay.
Do you say let them know that they're okay?
What am I saying? Make sure that they're okay. Thank you, Ethan. All right. Chat be wildin'. But yeah, again, likely a strong tornado just impacted the south side of Eau Claire, Wisconsin here. Again, reported major damage by scanner. At this point, though, we don't have any damaged photos or anything like that, so we'll see what happens. Again, there's still people, like, freaking out on Twitter that this was only 1.25 miles wide. I don't understand that. Again, it was a very, very large tornado, but, and again, I'm not trying to be like, I'm Omega Forecaster Davis and I predict everything, but I did say earlier today that it was a mile to 2 wide, and everybody was like, no, dude, it was over 2 miles wide. I'm like, no. I mean, I know there were several, like, there were several chasers that indicated that maybe it was over 2 miles wide. There were several comparisons to the Hallam tornado that was 2.5 miles wide, but if you actually looked at what we had in the surface, for sure it was a giant wedge, but was it guaranteed to be over 2 miles wide, or was it even likely? Not really, in my opinion, anyways. Dude, Florida had the craziest land spout today. I can't show this video, but I am going to repost it on X, so go follow me if you want to see that. That is hilarious. Florida had a land spout in a blue sky today over a football field. That's funny.
Unborn tornado in Cherokee, Iowa. Let's see.
Oh, wow, yeah. It's not unless you have confirmation of it from like something that surfaced, it's not confirmed. There's no debris signature, but very strong velocities there over Meriden.
Ooh.
I'm
Wow.
gonna grab a bottle of water. I'll be right back.
Alright. So, possible unborn tornado ripping through Meridian, Iowa. Thank you, Henry, for pointing that out. Again, this is not confirmed, so we're not completely sure if this is on the ground or not. But gate-to-gate shear, we have 80 against 52. So, about 130 gate-to-gate shear. But, again, no CC drop, but we will see if they do throw out a warning for this. But again, there could definitely be a possible tornado in progress here, going off towards Larrabee, Iowa here. Thank goodness. I think. Oh no, hold on.
What?
I thought Alex Russell was on this, but I just realized he might not be.
Well, Alex Russell's like way further off to the north, I thought.
Yeah, I think he's in Minnesota.
I know he was like right up along the Iowa-Minnesota state line at the beginning of the chase.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's not an ongoing tornado. Again, that's your contamination there on the correlation coefficient. But it is certainly possible that we see this produce something. Again, the velocities are even very contaminated, but there's definitely some sort of rotation in there. Again, it's not necessarily contaminated velocities, but it's contamination in the idea that they're that elevated. They're not actually that strong, but there's some rotation there.
Alright, news for thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of northern Wisconsin here for Phillips, Worcester, Kennan, I can't even say that. Can you please say that? You know what? I'm just going to let you take over.
Alright, so new severe thunderstorm warning going out for Phillips, Kennan, what was the town you were trying to pronounce?
Catawba.
Oh, Catawba?
Oh, my gosh. You just made me look so bad.
By the way, the tornado warning has been re-upgraded for the Wisconsin storm. It's back to radar confirmed.
Oh.
Wow, yeah, huge debris signature.
Really?
You're in the area again, you need to be underground.
Let's see. Yeah, holy crap. Okay, so Big time tornado south of Augusta. That's the area of rotation we pointed out. They're just coming out like crazy. That's literally only like 3 scans that just popped up.
Yeah. So again, if you're in this area, you need to seek shelter immediately. This is likely another strong tornado ongoing southeast of Augusta. Again, huge debris signature. Velocities are very broad. Again, velocities don't really matter. Whatever we can see that level of debris observed in the correlation coefficient. And going on to reflectivity, there's a good chance that this thing's about to get cut off by a backside supercell. But it's still lofting debris, likely up to 10,000 feet in the atmosphere. So if you're in this area, stay in your safe spot. That new CC scan, a little less impressive, but again, still an ongoing tornado. Again, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't even see that until like 5 seconds. They didn't even upgrade the warning until just now. But again, big time tornado just ripped through the east side of Augusta now.
Yeah. Wow.
The good news is that both of these tornadoes have missed the main population centers around them.
Yeah. But also, if you're in, Larrabee, or, Peterson and Elkton, in Iowa, be prepared to take shelter, because, again, it appears that we have a significant area of rotation going through the area. It doesn't appear that we have a tornado on the ground out there, but, definitely just, again, be prepared to take shelter, but, again, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows either way, because, you have that severe warning there for ping-pong ball-sized hail. A couple minutes ago, about 2 minutes ago, we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning here. This is for downtown St. Joseph, Wathena, and Kickapoo, in, Missouri, I believe, for half-dollar size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds. Our Dragon Nation cam is in the thick of, all the rain here. Yeah, wow.
What?
You can see the sunset on the right side of the camera. That's beautiful.
By the way, the Iowa cells, they've been trying to develop and failing. It looks like that cap is finally starting to erode. If you look at west central and southwest Iowa, we finally have some supercells trying to develop here. So we're going to watch these as they enter this environment. It's not quite as favorable as it was originally for tornadic production, but keep in mind, at the 8 p.m. update, they kept the moderate risk of severe weather in place, so there's still an environment out here for these Iowa supercells to thrive in.
I didn't even know that. That's actually a bold move.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was past 8 either, but there you go.
What's up, Kid Storm coverage?
By the way, Sam is dogging on you in chat.
About what? The town thing?
Mr. Storm is the type of guy to say random don't make sense and act like it makes sense.
I'm the kind of guy to say what?
You're the type of guy to say words that don't make sense and acts like they make sense.
That makes 0 sense, but okay. Tighten up, young soldier. I don't know if you're talking about me having trouble pronouncing that town name, but I mean, whatever. So it's still likely strong tornado on the ground.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we may have another debris, likely contamination. But something up here in there on the northern, just north of there again, mixing in with our contamination, so probably just contaminated. But for a scan there, it looks like we had something. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so, as I was saying, I actually was looking at the wrong scan there, but, that strong tornado is likely lifting here, just to the, west there of, Hay Creek, Wisconsin. So remain in your safe spot, again, for that possible debris fallout, and there is still some significant rotation ongoing, but, that's about the second time now that we've seen a, damaging tornado from this part of the QLCS here. So we're going to continue to watch through the evening hours for that embedded tornado threat, because again, both of these tornadoes have developed big time CC drops very far away from the radar site. Again, we're looking very high up in the atmosphere, so likely debris lofted pretty high up there. So that kind of just gives you guys an idea of how strong that tornado really is.
I don't even know who's beefing in chat, but somebody is. That's fine.
Why are we beefing over me?
No, it's not over you, but it's people are like, they're just like freaking out now.
Only listening to WX Twatter. News for Thunders for morning. This is gonna be going out for where is that? It's not
I
popping
don't
up.
know where you heard me say that, Orcs, but I have not said that since the last stream. And even so, this is still likely ended up being a tornado outbreak, because the definition of a tornado outbreak is 6 tornadoes within 12 hours.
Alright, news for Thunders for morning. Going out for portions of southwestern Oklahoma for Magnum, Willow, Granite, and Blair. This is the destructive. Wow, I did not see that coming. But this is for baseball-sized hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. Yeah, full-blown hail spike with that embedded cell. Also 70-plus dBZs. Wow, I can't believe I never noticed that.
Yeah, so big ol' hail core there. So if you are in Granite or Magnum, Oklahoma, make sure you are getting indoors, away from windows, and preferably on the lowest floor possible. Again, these wind-driven hailstones are nothing to play around with, because you got that baseball-sized hail, and then you got 70-mile-an-hour winds horizontally. I don't know why I said horizontally, but I did. And that's going to, again, lead to some serious window smashing out here. So if you do have time out ahead of this, like if you're in Granite or Willow, you got a few minutes, bring your car in the garage, because, again, these are some nasty hailstones likely falling out here. Again, we don't have any reports, but you have to keep in mind this is a super rural area, so likely very large hail.
Yeah, but again, that big old hail spike emerging from that storm. So, destructive storm here for hail, just north of Duke, Oklahoma.
Ryan uses his own radar, so kind of funny. For anybody wondering, we are going to be live here again tomorrow covering severe weather, or at least I am. I'm going to be here covering severe weather across portions of the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes region, and then also another little enhanced corridor for a couple of strong tornadoes potentially back in a far northwest Texas. Looks to be a pretty potent setup, just like the past few days have been. So, again, anywhere in between Wichita Falls and Midland, Odessa, be on the lookout for a couple of strong tornadoes. The enhanced risk in the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes, driven by a threat. So is the southern one, but this one I think has a much less significant tornado threat associated with it. But some significant damage and wind gusts, 60 to 70 miles an hour, widespread, can't be ruled out there across parts of upstate New York, northwestern Pennsylvania, and eastern Ohio. But I would not be surprised to see a 10 hatch risk get put in place for parts of Oklahoma and Texas for a tornado threat.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be watching, why can I not think that Wednesday quite closely here. Again, day 3 slight risk in place as of right now, but I'm almost certain that we're going to see this go enhanced over the next couple of days and potentially even 10% hatch tornado risk. So if you're out here in parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, be on the lookout, because it looks to be a pretty potent setup once again. Not quite as significant as the last few have been down here, but still pretty big. Is it too late for these Iowa storms? Not necessarily. Good chance that we still see these develop further, and again, they're kind of doing that right now. So we really got to start to look out here, because this is where the event kind of gets somewhat intense. The good news is Storm Hunter Media is still out here in Iowa. They don't have their stream up right now, but I don't think they're totally done yet.
You can see the hail on CC with that destructive, by the way.
Wow. All right, John. You have to calm down, bro. Stick to the EAS alerts.
I just realized Freddy's stream has been out for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm using John McKinney's right now. Wait, this isn't John. Who is this? I had an Evan Freiberger moment.
Who is this? Oh yeah,
Well,
Freddy.
McKinney. PA is still live.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna switch over to them because Freddy did just end off his stream, so.
He's been off since before I started. He's been off like before.
Golly. I don't know what
Well,
that
PA
was.
Storm Trackers actually has a beautiful structure right now in Texas. Again, they're all the way down there in Texas because they wanted to go for structure rather than the greatest threat, and honestly, I can't blame them. And then also, they can just sit there. They're ready for tomorrow, and they're ready for Wednesday. So, they're kind of in the best spot.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Alright, let's get this up for you guys here.
I'm not making fun of Evan Freiberger. I'm just saying I had an Evan Freiberger moment because I was like, who is this? I didn't even do that intentionally.
Wow, yeah, beautiful storm here. They're in Vernon, Texas.
So again, they're on that severe thunderstorm warning storm right now north of Vernon. The one near Chillicothe, I believe, is the one that they're particularly focused in on right now.
Alright. Yeah, so that's in our little cluster here of supercells. That's a pretty LP supercell right there.
What's up, Tenacious? Man, I thought Iowa was kind of out of the woods. We did too, honestly, for a little bit, because storms are convecting an hour and a half late, and I think that may limit the tornado threat a little bit more, but I still think that a couple of strong tornadoes can't be ruled out here across parts of central and northeast Iowa over the next couple hours. Again, within the next 20 minutes or so, at least one of these supercells will have a severe thunderstorm warning with it here in central Iowa, almost certainly.
I was told that I was going to be rated by, Brady Harris, but I don't know.
I was in that tweet too. He didn't rate any of us.
Yeah, I was in his stream earlier, and he's like, get ready if you go live, because I'm going to be rating you, and I was like, oh, bet. Will Des Moines get a storm? Let's see. Honestly, for the most part, it looks like Des Moines is going to be done for the day, with convection. You do have some storms off to the east, though, or west, towards Atlantic, and those are just now popping up there. Actually, some supercells trying to convect. So we'll watch as they continue to try to grow upscale, but I really doubt we're going to see too much in the Des Moines. Des Moines. Still have a 10 sig. I tell you about tornado threat.
Well, just because you have a 10 sig doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see something. You have to keep that in mind.
Alright.
Last time I was in a 10 sig, I wasn't even under a severe thunderstorm warning. Actually, that's not true. The second to last time that I was under a 10 sig, I wasn't even under a severe thunderstorm warning.
New severe thunderstorm warning. Not sure where that went for, but probably.
By the way, I'm still kind of watching our supercell here in Wisconsin again. It's no longer actively producing a tornado, but it certainly could spin one back up near Willard here very soon. So if you're in this area, you need to remain in your safe spot.
And this has a history of producing 2 strong tornadoes. This has been insane viewership, guys. I mean, we've had at least 3 viewers the whole stream. So.
I'm sorry, that's not funny. I'm sorry, that was mean.
Alright, never mind. The viewership's been bad.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing because Mr. Sappington texted me, I swear.
Sure.
I can show you!
What a coincidence.
No, I'm gonna show you. I don't even care if you say no. I'm sending you it right now. There, I sent it so you can believe me. Vincent and Davis fallout as it happened.
Crazy.
New tornado warning just issued for portions of Wisconsin. This is going out for Abbotsford, Colby, and Loyal. This is going to be an extension for our tornado warning here that was previously observed and is now down to radar indicated. But again, this could spin up another tornado here very shortly. So if you are in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. I didn't say Wisconsin. I said Wisconsin. Please. What's up, Stiff? Brandon Kopic got pulled over and Jaden made edits. Well, Jaden Pappenheim and I actually have beef. I don't know if you guys keep up with WX Twitter drama, but he got mad at me once. By the way, how did I miss this one? We have Tenacious with the $25 donation. W Tenacious in the chat. I'm so sorry. I don't have notifications on for PayPal. But thank you so much for the $25 donation. That's crazy. W Tenacious in the chat. If you are still here, let me know. Thank you so much for that $25 donation. That's incredible. Again, next time you donate, please tell me, because I genuinely don't get a noti for it, and I feel so bad whenever I miss people's. But thank you so much for the $25 donut. You do not have to do that.
You wouldn't rule a violent tornado?
Who said that?
Carrot. I'm sorry, dude, but we're not...
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna kind of put some... I'm gonna kind of expose Levi and Jesse right now. We were talking about the, will we see quote-unquote violent tornadoes today, which, keep in mind, would be EF4, EF5 intensity. And somebody said that we would. Thank you so much, Tenacious. But somebody said that they would, and Vincent was like, really? And Levi and Jesse were like dogging on this kid because he said he didn't think we'd see violent tornadoes today. I mean, here we are.
News for thunderstorm warning here for Alborn, Floodwood, and Grand Lake, Minnesota. This is gonna be for half dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. I'm tired.
Me too.
I want to go to bed even though it's only 9:30.
It's only 8:30 for me, and I want to go to bed.
I low-key did not get enough sleep today.
I did not.
I woke up so sleep deprived because I covered a violent tornado, took out the trash, took a shower, and then made a full forecast within like 1 hour. And got to bed at like 11:45.
You remember how there was a wedge the second you ended off?
Yeah, I was so mad. Yeah, and then overnight we had a crazy scorpion tail with another sig tour. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But I'm glad I covered that, because I didn't know when my mom was going to get home, and I saw we had a likely, like, violent tornado on the ground off of Jesse and Levi's stream. I was like, oh, there's no way I'm missing this again. And then I heard my mom open the door. I was like, no way. Now I was able to go live. And it ended up getting much stronger after I went live. So the timing was, like, really good and then really bad.
Well, just because the things just got started doesn't mean that just because things are just not getting crazy doesn't mean it's just not getting started. The event has been started for several hours. It's just nothing's happened. So the fact that we're just now seeing active stuff going on doesn't mean the event's just starting. We really only have another 2 hours or so, I'd say, that we have a chance for a strong tour.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out along this QLCS. I will say it does appear to be weakening a little bit. Just based off the last scans here. So, nothing too, crazy as far as the weakening goes. Looks like also a gust front emerging from this little line here. I mean, I still would not rule out another spin-up tornado or two, one in which could definitely be relatively strong.
Yeah, as Mr. Storm just said, you can see that gust front there that has become so prevalent recently. It blows my mind that a lot of this line isn't even severe warned. Like, there's one severe thunderstorm warning across the entire line, too, I guess, but one of them is associated with the tornado warn storm, so really just one severe warning across the entirety of this line. I wouldn't be surprised if the entire thing is producing damaging winds up to 60.
The HRRR nailed this. It had this on every run.
Except for the timing. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, they did really well. If you're talking about the QLCS, yeah, they nailed it.
Yeah.
Also, dude, I'm so tired of the RRFS taking W's. Because now people that look at the RRFS every time are like, it's going to be right this time. I guess it always is. It's not always right. Just because it's right this time doesn't mean it's always right. So please, don't say it. People think that the rapid refresh forecasting system is just going to be the infinite ultimate forecaster from now on.
The worst case of the Rufus And yes, I'm gonna use Rufus from now on because I love that name. But the worst case of the Rufus was April 2nd. It had every single cell discrete and had an updraft velocity track for every single discrete cell, and I counted off, there were at least 15 of them. That ended up performing as a very low-end high risk. So, I mean, yeah, it definitely showed a significant tornado outbreak, and we definitely got that. But, I mean, it was showing something much more devastating than what we did actually see play out. So, I'm still saying that it definitely, overperforms events that really don't need that much hype, if that makes sense.
Jog, I love how you literally just chose Madison to be the area of concern because you were going to live there. It's crazy. But in all honesty, I could show you some bad RRFS runs. April 2nd was actually one of the better ones that they did.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad. Like, people pay attention to it ever since March 14th. They've been hyping it up. If you go back and look at, like, some of these, like, they're so bad, dude. And usually it's the overhype. They don't underhype events very often. Usually it's the overhyping. By the way, I just want to point out something else that nailed this NATO cast.
This your thunderstorm warning here for Forest City, Crystal Lake, Britt, Duncan, Garner, and Ventura here. We're actually no longer Ventura. This is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Folks, this was the last run of the NATO cast. This is what it looks like. So I would just like to give a huge shout out to NATO cast because it legitimately nailed it. It has gotten, I think, every tornado that we've had in our 10 hash except for that one very brief tornado in Kansas. And even then, it had the enhanced portal right over that area that tornado had. It's kind of funny, but it got the strong Wisconsin tornado bullseye, and it didn't include too much extra space like the SBC did. And it was only a 10 hatch, not a 15 hatch, which was definitely more accurate.
Oh my gosh, Stormfront Freaks has 70 people watching. I could really use that.
Stormfront Freaks has how many?
70.
Am I safe to go to bed in Alpena, Michigan? Yes. Well, Michigan, your threat's not even going to come until tomorrow morning anyways, so even if there was something insane, which, spoiler alert, there's not, you would not have to be worried about going to bed tonight. But if we take a look at the HRRR model, we can see that we're not expecting thunderstorms to make their way to you, at least not the bigger round, until, for your time, it would be about 5, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning. And even then, they're not super intense. That's kind of whenever they're going over the worst environment over their track. There's zero instability. There's not great shear. It's just not overall very pleasant for those thunderstorms. So they're going to strengthen right after they pass you, but you should be just fine. Maybe some rain at most.
Our destructive is now warned for large apple-size hail.
Okay.
Also, some significant rotation developing near Olusty, Oklahoma, with a nice hook echo developing on that cell. We do have a merger coming into that, so I would watch out for a possible tornado threat soon.
I'd like to point out the reason that we got that large apple size hail upgrade was actually public observed. Apparently close to large apple sized hail.
Wow. News for thunderstorm warning here for Bellevue, St. Mary's, Delia, Roseville, Silver Lake, Maple Hill, and Newbury. This is an area that's been getting hammered by the same little line of thunderstorms. We do have a flash flood warning off to the north. This is like the third severe warning of the day for this area. But you have another significant thunderstorm moving through, producing ping pong ball size hail and 6-mile-per-hour winds. So once again, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows.
Hey Jordan, thank you for tuning in. But yeah, that's area rotation. They're approaching Alta is actually quite impressive. Again, Oklahoma's greatest time frame is going to be now until about 11 p.m. So Oklahoma still got some time to do something, and it really looks like this Alta Supercell could be it. Again, it's not entirely discrete, But I will say it's been getting more discreet, so I think that we could have to watch this here pretty soon for a serious tornado threat.
Kevin says I'm the kind of guy to start explaining something, then ask himself how it works.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you fight your own battles, dude.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh, I just forgot, PA Storm Trackers happens to be the only one on this storm.
Yeah, well, they're actually on the cell just south of that, the merger there.
Oh, okay. Well, I think if I were them, I would blast north on 283 and get into Altus. Because they just warned it. Yeah, so that area of rotation I just pointed out there, and Davis did too as well. Now just got warned here for Ozark, Hightower, Humphreys, and Olusty. So again, significant area of rotation as well as a nice hook echo developing on that classic supercell. So, a merger is coming in on the south side, so we'll see if that does enhance the tornado threat with this, but, significant rotation developing. And then still that large apple-sized hail, severe one storm down here in Granite and Magnum, starting to lose its, overall, presentation and reflectivity, but definitely still some very large hail likely falling with that storm. But, Oklahoma now popping off. Can we talk about how big that severe warning is? That box?
Yeah, I mean, they're like, let's kill 50 severe storms with one warning. I mean, I respect it. But, again, this is what we were talking about, guys, earlier about this Oklahoma environment. I mean, we're, at this point, this is the area with the most CAPE in the entire country. If we take a look at surface-based CAPE values here, we can see that in this particular area, we're dealing with about 3,500 at the surface level. Again, you got even more than that in some surrounding areas, so a very, very potent for a tornado threat here. And again, this semi-discrete cell is becoming more discrete. I mean, this is genuinely concerning, and it's in a somewhat populated area as well. I mean, this is going to be going right towards Altus, so if you were in Altus or along Highway 283, you got to be seeking shelter.
Yeah.
We got a spotter legitimately right in the middle of that velocity couplet. Bro is playing with his life. Yeah, that is getting really impressive.
Yeah, honestly, I'd keep our eyes on this. Again, that is really starting to wrap up pretty well there. So, significant area rotation south of Altus, Oklahoma. We're glad that this is not going in that area, because, again, it would be very problematic here if it did go through that populated area. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of southwestern Iowa here for Atlantic, Wyoda, and Lewis here. This is going to be for quarter-size hail. Also does the 20 possible tag as well, 60-mile-per-hour winds. So make sure you're getting in your safe spot. There's the good old Essex that we know and love.
In the Greenfield, in the Winterset, in the Minden.
Wow.
Rotation just got way broader with our Altus Supercell, by the way.
Alright, so...
Not saying it's done, but it's at least downtrending for a little bit. But you need to remain in your safe spot.
Yeah, still definitely deserves that tornado warning there. Got another new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going out for portions of central Wisconsin here. It's an extension for a severe warning for McMillan, Marshfield, Colby, Abbotsford, Athens, Poniatowski, Rib Falls, Edgar, Marathon City, Vienna, Fenwood, Stratford, Man, Marshfield, Athens, Hamburg,
I was naming them all.
Little Chicago, Emmerich, and Newgert. For quarter-size hail and 6-mile-per-hour winds, also at 20 possible today.
Speed ran that part. Of course,
I want to see how fast I can say that. Quarter-size hail.
What is bro doing?
I don't even know. I'm tired.
For quarter-size hail and 6-mile.
Guys, can someone subscribe?
Should we check in with PA Storm Trackers here? I think we should. Can we just do it through this encoding overload? I don't know what that means. Really hope I'm still streaming. One in chat if everything's fine.
0 in chat if I should say something really fast again. Let's see if anyone puts 0.
No. All right, let's check in with the PA Storm Trekkers, everybody's favorite.
Of PA 3.
What is there? I don't think I gave 3 as
Put
an option.
0, bro.
No, nobody wants to hear you say that again.
I think they do. I've said it a lot tonight. I've said that probably like 30 times tonight.
So again, they're on that tornado warning storm there in Oklahoma.
Yup.
Speaking of which, again, velocities continue to get broader. Humphreys, Height Tower, southeast side of Altus remain in your safe spot.
Oh, man.
Come on, Josh. Josh, I know you see me, dog. Come on, bro. Tell me what you're thinking. We got you live and everything. Hey, there we go.
It's just across the Red River from in Oklahoma, so we're trying to get up there as quick as we can.
Well, I got a high Davis, so that's nice.
That's good. I mean, he told you what his plan is, so.
Alrighty. What's up, Mark?
What's up, Mark? Oh, does anyone want to see my new light?
Bro, you show me the light, it is, I'm just gonna let you show it.
Alright, let's see. Plugging this bad boy in.
You should turn on your camera on FaceTime so much you did.
Yeah, I bet. Hi, Davis's stream. It's me, Mr. Riz. Alright, let's get the light. Golly. There goes the phone.
Live footage of Mr. Storm dropping his phone.
So it looks good, but the problem is, on his stream, it,
If I put it in the back,
it just glows.
it just glows. It's just a glowing light. Yeah, look. It just glows.
It doesn't even look like a lightning bolt, it just looks like a light.
It sucks.
Well, I'd rather watch Skibbity Toilet anyways.
I'll just hold this like this for the rest of the stream. I should do this.
I wonder if I can't find a way to put you on my...
Bro, yes. We need to figure that out.
Let's see.
You could do a screencast.
Oh, yeah, that's for true. Add screen capture.
Yeah,
Read.
I have no homework. Yep.
Bro, I can't do FaceTime? What is this?
Are you serious?
Why can't I do FaceTime?
Bro.
I guess just avoid recording people without their permission.
L screencast.
Spotlights. Siri. Nah, we don't want Siri.
News for your thunderstorm warning. It's hard to scroll while holding this lightning bolt. I'm gonna use my dominant hand here. This is gonna be going out for Hobart, Granite, Magnum, Lone Wolf, Blair, Martha, and Luger and City View here for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Window capture. You know what? No. What if we tried application capture? That's gotta work. Aha!
Yeah.
I did it.
Let's go. Put me in a box. I have my own box. Make it
All
say
right, bro, calm
Mr.
down.
Storm. Or Mr. Riz.
Why can I not grab you?
Oh boy.
That sounded really weird. What is this? I don't remember even... Oh, wait, this is the FaceTime.
Oh my gosh.
That's weird. Okay, well, we'll put you... Where do we put him, chat? Where do we throw Mr. Storm? We'll throw him right up here in this little home corner.
Alright, they just did condense that warning. I probably look really weird on stream right now. News for thunderstorm warning here for Hightower, Ozark, and Humphreys, Oklahoma. That's actually not new, and that's a tornado warning.
What is bro doing? I hope you realize I've sacrificed like 20 viewers to get this stupid box up here.
Thank you.
Like 20 people have left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Alright, I'll lock in now. But that that tornado warning continues there for Ozark and Hightower, with still that broad rotation and pretty classic, reflectivity presentation with that Supercell there, so we'll continue to watch that. Anything for Omaha, Nebraska? You're seeing a lot of large lightning bolts east of Missouri River. Yeah, so you're probably going to be looking at your storms that are off to your east. We do have that severe warning off towards Atlantic right now. But Omaha should be done for the day, so we really do not need to worry about too much.
Before you cover that, turn your phone sideways. No.
Yeah. The other way?
Like, flip it on its side.
Oh. Like this?
Why did it not change the direction?
Alright, new tornado warning here. This is going to be going out for McMillan, Marshfield. Oh, wait. We already did that one. This is a new warning.
Filters. Can I flip them?
Bro, where is that tornado warning at? My God.
You got lucky in Waterloo? Hold up. Yeah, I don't know, bro. You can flip your phone back. I don't know. We'll figure that out eventually.
Alright.
In all seriousness, though, again, we do have an extension for that tornado warning in Wisconsin that's going out from Marshfield, McMillan, and surrounding area. If you're in this area, make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows and in an interior room. And then back down to Oklahoma, our storm southeast of Altus remains tornado warning here. Again, it still has a pretty impressive presentation on the reflectivity. Velocities are still quite broad. But definitely wouldn't rule out that getting stronger here over the next several minutes. I will say it's kind of lost its supercellular structure, likely due to this merger interaction in some way. And we do have reports of flash flooding now from Altus and surrounding areas. A flash flood warning has been issued, so make sure you are avoiding driving in flooded roadways.
Someone said I look sleep deprived. Guess what? You're right.
Again, pretty clear little gust front here popping out ahead of our line of storms in Wisconsin, so just keep in mind, even before the actual rain starts, you could have, gusty winds, 10 or 15 minutes even before the line approaches.
Yeah.
Again, overall, gusts are not too intense with this right now. It's also pretty low precip. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning for Atlantic, Iowa. Again, this storm here continuing to grow a better and better structure. And keep in mind, guys, it is entering an even better environment than it's already in. So as this approaches Des Moines, and especially areas north of Des Moines, I have pretty decent confidence that this is going to develop into something pretty impressive. And I would say the same about the other supercells here as well. Again, this is what we were concerned for the main tornado threat for the day. Storm Media is back on Radar Omega. I don't know if they started their YouTube stream back up, but if they did, we'll bring them back up here.
Yeah, so they're going to be going south here to intercept this storm. Because it looks like this could definitely be a possible tornado producer down the line here, as it is really developing that classic tornado outbreak supercell shape there.
Alright, they did not start out back their YouTube stream, but they do have their own mega stream. But there we go. We'll bring Freddy back up. Or this isn't Freddy, this is PA. Just so you know, your camera's paused, bro.
Oh, it is? That's probably because I'm active. Oh, there we go.
The problem with this is that whenever you exit FaceTime, it's going to do that. So this will probably just be like a one-stream thing, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's just because I have my lightning bolt today.
Everybody's always like, who is that on the call with you? Anyways, this will be perfect. I wish I could get you horizontal.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I can do that, maybe. Hold on.
Should I flip it again?
Can we transform? Here we go. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, now flip your camera over, or like flip your phone over. Nope, okay, flip it, do a 180. There we go. There we go.
Alright.
Stop aura farming. Huh.
Talking to
I
me.
just realized y'all can see my face. Well, that's good.
This month-old water bottle.
Alright, round of sponsors.
Oh yeah. Essentia. Sponsor me.
No. Bad.
Good. Northeast water right there.
The only thing I will be getting sponsored by is Raid Shadow Legends.
Poland Spring.
Because they have to be paying them like $1,000 a second to do those ads. I'm convinced, bro. Alright, here's how we fix it.
And another cell near Guthrie Center trying to develop.
Yeah, this is very scuffed, but it's kind of funny, so I want to leave it.
Alright.
Bubba.
Bye-bye.
Hey, did the thing, you said the Bubba. I'm sorry, guys, I know this is like a horrible stream. We've just been messing around here because there's not been a lot to talk about. Just kind of testing some stuff out, goofing around, having some fun.
Tornado warning here. Oh, and they they did just warn.
Oh, it's the Iowa.
The Iowa cell, the one discrete supercell that we were talking about earlier.
What did I just say, guys?
This is for Leota and Anita. If you're in this area, take shelter now.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. This is about a...
So again, I know this may just seem like, another, it's a tornado warning, why are they freaking out? This is a sign that this environment has finally overcome its cap, and these supercells are now going to have the potential to produce strong to very intense tornadoes, especially as they move off to the east-northeast. Again, the further east they go, the greater the environment gets. So everywhere here across central Iowa and eastern Iowa, you need to be on the lookout. I would be willing to bet that they're going to put a new tornado watch out pretty soon for parts of eastern Iowa, so be prepared, guys. Again, tornado warning for Anita and Leota, as well as parts of Highway 83 and I-80. You need to be seeking shelter if you are included in this tornado warning, as this is the kind of supercell that in this environment could legitimately produce a strong tornado even now. So,
again, 3 supercells developing.
Yeah, 3 main supercells anyways. Right now, really just 2 could be considered supercells. Tornado warning as this is the kind of super... Wait, what happened to Mr. Storm's camera?
Oh, I exited FaceTime.
Oh.
Kevin just came into my chat and all he said was pickles.
Yeah, he do that sometimes.
Kevin's a goober. I love my
I think I'm going to take your face cam down now that things are actually getting kind of serious.
Alright.
That lasted like 10 minutes, so that's fun. It is cool that we actually found a way to do that now.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny.
That was hilarious.
I almost accidentally deleted my entire OBS. Oh my goodness. I almost deleted the entire screen that you guys see and I don't have a backup. So that would have been very bad.
Very bad.
Alright, now he's just mocking me. If not, as an Iowan, I relate. Has anybody ever seen Stranded in Iowa? Or heard the song? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Looks like the Guthrie Center storm and our tornado warning are merging now.
Yes, sir.
So, that's a merger.
Merger theory.
By Davis Does Weather. Broad rotation approaching Emmetsburg, Iowa.
I still feel like a lot of people don't know that we met all those people. We legitimately met Cameron Nixon.
We literally met Gabe Garfield. And Cameron Nixon.
We literally met Mr. Storm WX.
We literally met Davis does weather. Davis does games.
But yeah, you can actually see what appears to be a rear flank downdraft already evident here on the reflectivity. So it was actually some sort of RFD surge already occurring with this supercell, which is a sign of a very healthy supercell that is going to have the capabilities to produce a tornado very shortly. So again, if you're in Weota or Anita, seek shelter immediately.
Or Norway Center.
Again, some of these northern Iowa storms here, these are, again, associated with our QLCS that stretches back through Wisconsin. These are mainly just going to be a damage and wind threat. It's these discrete, all by themselves supercells that we're seeing near Des Moines developing right now that are going to be the huge issue here over the next couple of hours.
This is going to cross I-80 soon. Hey, what's up, Ben? You tired? Yes, I am tired. But I gotta keep grinding.
This has been a long day of coverage. My other stream was like 2 hours. This stream's like 2 hours. I know you've done like 4 hours.
I've done 2.5 hours.
Oh, well, still a long time. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning for that supercell. This is reporter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. You'll notice how they didn't put the tornado possible tag on that. That means that they're likely just going to issue a tornado warning here very shortly for Adair and Guthrie Center. So if you're in this area, prepare to seek shelter. Again, our northern supercell here as well, just over Guthrie Center, is actually starting to develop a pretty impressive reflectivity presentation as well. So we'll walk to that. Again, this gap here is gone. I mean, these supercells are firing like never seen before. Not never seen before, but not seen too often before. I mean, again, these were messy, clustery thunderstorms just 30 minutes ago, and now we've got, potentially tornado-producing supercells.
Yeah, I mean, these, it's gonna be raining like cats and dogs in some of these areas.
Why did you say that? Talking about May 20th or May 21st? Like May 20th, 2019 or May 21st, 2024?
May 21st.
No, I'm talking to somebody, Jab, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Again, I will say, a little bit further to the north, it almost looks like the cap hasn't necessarily entirely eroded, because those showers and thunderstorms that are moving through that area, they're not doing anything. So I wonder whenever these supercells, when they hit that area, I wonder if they're just going to die.
I mean, these storms down here in Atlantic, Iowa are just in their growth spurt right now.
How are things going in Wausau right now? Apparently there's something headed right straight. There's unsure if there's a touchdown near it. If you're talking about Wausau, Wisconsin, this is going to be moving off to your east very shortly here. You got yourself your tornado warning off to the west. Keep in mind, this area of the line does have a history of producing a couple of tornadoes, but as of right now, we have no confirmed tornado on the ground with this. However, we do have a tornado warning right off to your west, so if you are in this area, you do need to be prepared to seek shelter when necessary. Again, right now, our storms are riding Highway 29, but you got about 20 minutes or so until you need to get to your safe spot. So again, if you're planning on going to bed early, just try and stay up for a little bit longer here, because there's a good chance that you got some dangerous weather coming your way. They did just update the tornado warning in Iowa. It is still radar indicated, but again, strengthening rotation here most likely. EM reported rotation visible by the surface south of Anita. So again, a rotating supercell that is likely going to produce a tornado within the next 10 minutes or so, currently on Highway 83 approaching Anita, Iowa.
Again, this is developing some sort of circulation. So, tornado imminent here for Adair, Anita, and Casey, Iowa here. But our storm chasers are blasting south right now. They did just update the tornado warning here in Oklahoma, but just give me a second, everybody.
So, I got the Oklahoma storm. The rotation there, very messy, very weak, but it is noticeable. And again, you got yourself that updated tornado warning. This is still radar indicated rotation, but there is a good chance that this tries to spin up a tornado within the next few minutes. So if you are in Hedrick or to the west of Hedrick along Highway 62, make sure that you are staying in your safe spot. I will tell you though, out of all the tornado warnings we have right now, that's the one that I'm kind of the least concerned about. I'd say the most concerning one probably is the one near Anita, Iowa, just because we're watching this picking up steam so quickly. And again, there is rotation being reported at the surface now near Anita. The Wisconsin one, since you guys get mad at me every time I call it Wisconsin, is again likely not rotating too intensely, but it's kind of hard to tell since we're just so far away from the radar site, and that's only going to get worse. We are dealing with this being 90 miles away from the radar site. They did just update this Wisconsin tornado warning. Again, mainly just going to be watching out with damaging winds with this here along Highway 29.
I don't
I
think
know some viewers out there, so we'll stay tuned on that.
I don't think I've ever seen this, but the destructive that was warned for 3-inch large apple-sized hail has been replaced with a special weather statement.
Well, it got downgraded to quarter size before that.
Oh, I think they reissued it.
No, it's the same warning.
Yeah, like they reissued the special weather statement.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying they didn't go straight from large apple to a special weather statement. By the way, some areas that have already experienced some significant wind damage north of Topeka, Kansas, dealing with more severe thunderstorms capable of producing damaging winds and large hail. So I think the North Topeka area here, we're probably going to see some pretty nasty tree and power line damage from along Highway 75. Again, no confirmed tornado in this area or anything like that, but damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour rip through, and we have reports of damaged buildings, so pretty intense stuff.
We did get a report of teacup-sized hail in Magnum.
Excuse me?
Yep.
Teacup?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Indeed.
And your rotation will be located just west of Hedrick right now.
And Weota here. We have that tornado warning with that rotation being visible from the ground level.
I would like to note it is starting to lose some of its classic supercellular structure. I think partially that's because the backside's merging with this secondary supercell here. And again, I'm very interested to see if these supercells die the further north they go, because again, those thunder showers there further north were not able to survive. So obviously there's something in the environment a little bit further north that's keeping these from developing further. So again, this is such an interesting setup from a meteorological standpoint. I think I am a 15-year-old kid, but I think that this is something that they should have you do in meteorology, college degree classes. They should have you guess what's going to happen in this scenario, because there are so many different things that could, but it's just so complicated. What's up, Paula?
Oh, we did just get news for thunderstorm warning here for Nortonville, Winchester, Valley Falls, Rock Creek, Meridian, Oskaloosa, and McSouth, or McLouth. This is going to be for portions of northeastern Kansas. This is going to be for half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds.
I'm going to grab myself a drink because I ran out of water very quickly because they're the tiniest water bottles ever. So I will be right back. If you could cover the stream for me, that would be a W.
Go get some Dr. Pepper.
That's actually what I'm going to do, because I've already drank 3 sodas today, so I'm just screw it. Alright, I'll be right back.
Hey everybody. It's me again. Thank you all that have tuned in on this stream. I have 15 likes. I don't know how many people Davis has watching, but I'm trying to get this stream to 20 likes. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could go like. Yeah, Jog Davis is 15. Alright, news for thunderstorm warning. They did reissue the warning here for Bancroft, Fenton, Ringstead, Sway City, Ledyard, Lakota, and Tatanka. This is going to be for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Man. Raid me.
put Abbotsford, Long.
I'm back.
Alright.
You thought I was 12? That's fine. Heaven Freiberger did too.
Well, outflow boundary sweeping across portions of eastern Kansas there. Visible on radar.
I will tell you, whenever I was 12, my YouTube videos were not nearly as good.
We do have a new report here of damage. We have branches down and hail the size of nickels here in Cass County, which is on the northern side of our Supercell here. That is Warren, Iowa.
Okay. So again, likely just some damaging wind gusts there. And you know what? Our maybe a little early to say, but it looks like our northern supercell is actually maintaining its strength in this environment. So it looks like maybe the cap just wasn't fully eroded, which is what stopped that last little thunder shower. But I think we're done here with the cap in central Iowa. So
we might have a sorry to interrupt, but we might have a tornado on the ground in Spencer, Wisconsin.
Spencer, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Alright, bro, you're just dunking on 12-year-old me now. Go ahead. Oh. Well. If you're talking about, like, that is a, like, why do you think that's a tornado is the first question I guess I need to ask.
Well, it lined, I don't know, I guess it might not be, but.
Well, I'm not trying to say, like, oh, you're an idiot. I'm genuinely, because that looks like contamination to me. It just does. Again, it matches up with the contamination beam there.
Tornado warning. This is going to be going out for parts of Oklahoma here. It's a reissuance here of that tornado warning now, including Hendrick, Mountain Park, and Snyder, Oklahoma. So if you're in this area, make sure you are getting into your safe spot. Again, strong rotation moving into that area. We did get a new severe thunderstorm warning going out for portions of northern Iowa here for Mason City, Northwood, Forest City, and Garner. This is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So get indoors and away from windows. I don't know. I just thought it looked like a possible CC drop, and that it kind of.
Well, it did to me too at first, but then By the way, Chalk, you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna stoop down to that level. I'll let you have your opinions. That's fine. I was gonna say something egotistical, but I will not. I'm 15. That's not weird to ask. Maybe if it was like a 50-year-old man asking, it'd be kind of weird, but...
I think my thumbnail ruined the event.
What was your thumbnail?
It had like a really bad text graphic. I don't like it.
I didn't have any thumbnail today, so...
Dang.
I haven't for a while.
Oh my gosh, I want Stormcat 5 to raid be so bad, but he's been live.
Alright, might have to go into break in real quick, hang on. No, we're okay. We're okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, me neither.
He's literally eating on stream, so hopefully he's gonna end off soon.
Who is?
Stormcat 5.
Oh.
He's probably gonna forget though.
Sorry, I was trying to spam smiley faces, but then they were just all L's.
Oh.
I got you, bike. Hold up. Kingston, Ontario. Again, it's mainly going to be at tomorrow. I mean, you're definitely not seeing anything tonight, obviously, but tomorrow I actually think that you could see quite a significant threat of some damaging wind gusts. But again, the HRRR model here kind of has the storms convecting right on top of you in the afternoon time hours of tomorrow. This would be like 3, 4 p.m. your time, so watch out for some damaging winds. No sort of real tornado threat or anything like that.
Oh my gosh, dude. I hate school.
Levi!
Is he in the call?
He's in the chat.
No, raid me, Levi. Or join the call, dude. I need to talk to you. Because clouds are better than women.
Alright.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say that on stream.
You do not want to go there, pal, because you know that somebody could be watching that would not like that statement.
Oh. She just texted me, as a matter of fact. That's crazy.
You have no idea how close I am to saying it on stream now, but I'm not going to do that.
At the same exact time, she texted me. And she hasn't texted me for the past, 5 hours.
Unless you're okay with me saying it, I'm not going to say it.
Do not say it.
Okay. This kid. This kid's unreal. What was that, bro?
You.
No.
No. Oh, yeah, it was. Mine. Hey, Roman numeral 7, yeah, drop it.
Alright, we're not. Nope. If you can't sing Kendrick, then you don't get to sing Kendrick.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, let's hear you sing it then.
What?
Let's hear you sing it then.
What?
Let's hear you sing it then.
I wasn't the one that tried to sing it, so I don't have to.
Oh, sure.
I didn't. When did I try to sing Kendrick today?
It was yesterday. Well, you put it in the background of one of your shorts.
I didn't try to sing it, though. That's different. I used a sound. It got 1,000 views, too, so it's worth it.
Alright. Our severe warning here for, or tornado warning here for Snyder and Mountain Park looks pretty skibbity on radar. Why did I say that? I really need to go to bed. You should run a poll in your stream. Should Mr. Storm go to bed?
Bet.
Oh, shoot. Gosh. Everyone vote no. Well, the people will do whatever the people will do the opposite of what I want. So, you know what? You should say that I should go to bed. So then, yeah. Call an ambulance. What?
It's a Kendrick bar. You don't know that.
Oh. Oh my gosh. No, I want to see.
That's what you asked, right?
75% said yes.
Should Mr. Storm put the fries in the bag?
What kind of a poll is that?
Levi says he'll join the call in a few minutes.
Let's go. Flying pig. I guess you really do want me to put the frozen bag.
Dog, it's 78-22. It's over.
Yeah.
Vincent looks so rizzy.
Who said
I
that?
saw that comment.
Who said that? Mr. Packer? Well, I mean, you're a mister, so I'm unfortunately not interested.
Whoa. You don't want to say that on stream.
Poll was rigged. Mr.
Poll
Parker.
was rigged. Probably was. I rigged it, actually.
Yep.
Just to the west of the law.
I don't know why I'm starting a goal. I don't want to do that. Man, I can't gift any more memberships until the next 3 days. Come back on May 6th. We're going to be gifting more memberships. I'm allowed to gift 10 per month, and then it has to come out of my pocket.
Henry's channel says LOL.
Alright. The SBC did issue a mesoskill discussion saying that a couple of strong tornadoes damaging winds up to 80 miles an hour and hail between large apple and softball size is going to be possible with these supercells in southwestern Oklahoma over the next couple of hours. So again, if you're in this area, make sure multiple ways receive alerts.
I'm pretty shocked that they said multiple strong tornadoes.
Well, the tag is 100 to 130, so. And the Kansas-Missouri state line tag, this is from a little bit ago, but it hasn't expired yet. It's 120 to 150, so.
Wow. Wow.
Alright, you can stop.
Thanks.
Tornado warning continues in Wisconsin. Still radar indicated.
Do you have all like notifications for NWS Tornado on Twitter?
Yeah, I have NWS Tornado and then I have NWS Lincoln.
Yeah, same.
Just because sometimes the NWS Tornado noties on Twitter come in before Red Omega gets it.
It does it all the time, so, and also, like, I get, like, prepared to say if there's a tornado warning. I just realized I need to turn noties on for NWS New York. NWS New York, New York. All posts.
Yeah, I mean, the Supercells are struggling to really get that extra juice in them. I think whenever they, again, travel a little bit further east-northeast, that problem should stop, though.
They're struggling.
Again, I'd say around here is where your tornado threat's going to be confined to, again, potential tornadoes, and then the further northeast you go, you talk about tornadoes and potential strong tornadoes. If that makes any sense at all.
Oh my gosh. Stormcat 5 raided the streamer last night at 2 in the morning.
Bruh.
There's no shot. That's past my bedtime.
You really want that Stormcat 5 raid?
I do. I need these watch hours. This is the most amount of watch hours I've ever had. This is the closest I've ever been to being monetized.
Why did I actually just look up Stormcat 5?
'Cause you looked him up.
The front freaks.
The freaks of the fronts. I'm so hilarious. What even is this coverage for me at this point? We've somehow had 2 people in here the whole time. How have they put up with this?
I've had like 20 people in here the whole time that have put up with it.
Yeah, they put up with me being annoying.
Oh, I've been very annoying with myself. It's fun.
I think you need a seltzer. Chat, we're gonna be right back. It's seltzer time. Snyder. Outflow boundary. We'll be right back, chat. We're gonna leave the lightning bolt right here. back in a moment.
Vincent? Okay, he's not there. Go to his chat and say Stormfront Freaks raid. Please, please, please. This will be hilarious. What is that man on my home screen? On where? I don't see. Oh, you're talking about on my YouTube home screen? I don't know, bro. Oh no. This might work. Well, no, not in like a mean way. It'll be funny. Now I feel kind of bad. What if he does take it bad? Welcome back.
I agree.
What?
Yo! Stormfront Freaks raid?
Vincent.
Oh, no, come on. You're so mean. No. I got so excited.
Okay, I actually feel bad now. Hold on. I did that and I was like, I think it'd be funny, and then I realized, wait, I think him feel bad. What do we do to make it up to you, Vincent?
Levi just said meow. I don't know. I have a seltzer, so I'm happy.
That's kind of funny that you fell for it, though. But I feel kind of bad at the same time.
Stormfront Freaks raid, you guys are really mean. You have infinite risk. This guy comes in here only to say, I have infinite riz.
I would donate to you, but you don't have a PayPal, so...
I'm not asking for money. And they're all leaving now. At least stay here. Oh, here's how you can pay me back. You have to order all of these people that came in here to stay.
No. I'll tell them to like the stream. How about that?
Subscribe to the channel, at least.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel.
No one subscribed.
Hey, you got like 10 more likes, though.
I got 2 more likes.
Just say it was 10.
Alright, it was 10. Fine.
There we go. If you believe hard enough, it was 10.
Snyder.
Alright, bro. Tim Marshall needs to get out of the chat. Not subbing unless his content improves?
What's wrong with my content, dude? Wait, actually, tell me what's wrong with my content. I want to hear. I'm actually curious.
Well, that's the guy that got upset with me for telling me to do this prank in the first place, so...
Alright, let's hear how bad my content is. I actually want to hear, though. I love...
Yeah, Jog, you know what will happen.
I love hearing, This guy says...
Calm down.
This guy says I have infinite riz. Then Camp says, no, I have more, I think. And then the other guy's like, I mean, you probably do. How does that even work? How do you have more view square up?
How do you have more? By the way, rotation, a little more impressive. We're near Jamaica, Iowa. Again, this is our northern supercell. Doesn't even have a severe thunderstorm running with it.
Wow.
That was just the least enthusiastic wow I've ever heard.
Really?
Wow. That's cool.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, that was still hilarious. Whenever you came in, you're like, yo!
Were you, like, internally laughing? The first thing, dude, I saw 8 viewers, which I haven't had all stream. I had 17 likes and a bunch of different people, and they were all saying Stormfront Freaks Raid. And the first thing I said was, yo. I was so mad, too, because I was like, wait, I just missed the whole raid?
As soon as you left, I was like, everybody go.
I need to hear that part of the stream.
You should title the stream like the Stormfront Freaks Raid prank as it happened.
I don't even know what I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this live severe weather coverage as it happened.
Mr. Stormy, you need more storm walking. You cannot chase. You need to storm walk more. That's what they said is wrong with your content.
Oh, I need more storm chasing. Oh, I have a new video coming up.
He does actually, yeah.
I got a gnarly shelf cloud with a special weather statement warned line. So that video will be coming out soon. I forgot to tell you guys that, but I did post a short about it. We got an insane line. I was like, get in the car!
Mr. Magnet, go check out my content. It doesn't exist, so have fun with that.
What's up, Levi? Were you part of the prank?
Kind of.
He said meow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what he tells them to go do, and to see if they catch on, knowing that it's Storm Cat 5.
I hope Brady raids me. He said he would.
He did?
Well, I hope he does. Yeah, he did.
To be fair, he only has like 50 people. Which is
Oh,
obviously
50?
Quick commercial. Sometimes I'll build in videos so I can...
He has 70 watching right now.
Wait, Davis, what's your peak concurrent?
of all time.
Yeah.
It was like 981.
No, it was more than that. You hit 1K.
No, I didn't.
No, it was really close, I remember.
Oh.
I need to see, I might
That was so
actually have-
sad that I didn't. I was like, come on.
Mine is 99.
That's some Vincent R. Luck.
I have
That's
the worst.
crazy.
I'm so cursed. I can't even get 100 viewers.
By the way, new severe thunderstorm warning. It's going out for most of far southwestern Oklahoma for golf ball size hail 70 mile an hour wind gusts, tornado possible tag. That means they're likely going to let go of this tornado warning here. Guys, I'm going to be totally honest. These Iowa storms are not impressing me like I kind of thought that they would. They've still got time, and they're probably going to take advantage of that. But as of right now, it's just not happening. So I honestly think that I'm probably going to end off stream here within the next 10 minutes or so.
No.
David, I'm so good in peak concurrence. My peak concurrence is 957.
That's good.
Oh, that's my new goal. Yeah, Levi jump scare.
You have both streams going
I
now?
look like an old man drinking a beer or something.
We got 1 subscriber.
Alright, bro, chill out for a second.
Only 1.
You realize whenever you say things like that, it makes people have a bad
Who
impression.
is this Tim Marshall guy?
I'm throwing the hood up now.
Who is this Tim Marshall guy? Who does he think he is?
He's
Tim Marshall?
such a gooner.
Yeah, who is he? Tim Marshall or something?
I met Tim Marshall. He definitely would say something like, your hair is buzzed.
We've
like,
all met Tim Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know his tag on Twitter. It's Tornado.
Yep.
It's really cool.
He never, like, I think the last time he posted, he was at the Great Wall of China. So
Yeah.
I kid you not.
Yeah, he never posts. But
Yesterday, Bubba.
he's a really cool dude, and I have a photo of him, guys.
WX Clips? Okay, no, WX Clips. You gotta go back. We pranked Vincent thinking that he got raided. I think it was, like 9-ish minutes ago? 9-10 minutes ago. Go back like 12 minutes ago, and you should clip that and upload it. It was an amazing clip.
Oh crap, I'm making my WX Clips debut right here, guys. I think it was hilarious. I just didn't notice it, and I got really mad. I got pressed.
What is WX Clips? They just clip streams and it's funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They clipped me like 1,000 times saying stuff out of context. It's hilarious.
Don't look at my streams. My career will be over. You would genuinely, like, cook me. Anyways. Where's Jester been?
Mr. Magnets unsubscribed from me and unsubscribed from you and subbed to me. And so did Chonkita Weather.
Good for them.
Everyone unsubbed from Dave's is crazy.
Wait, why is Vincent a chicken?
Oh, that's
You can say it. You can say it.
I think you know why.
Just.
Oh, shoot.
I can't believe you made that, and you didn't change it.
Let's see how many subs am I down. Wait, it doesn't say I'm down any. Or maybe I just refreshed it already.
I think they were joking when they
I
said that.
noticed Davis had more money, so I left. Listen, we tried to tell Mr. Storm to set up donations. We've told him like 1,000 times.
I don't have it's the only reason why you guys don't subscribe is because I don't make money. Because I don't mind it. All I need is my lightning bolt.
Hey, but Davis does whether he subscribed to you though, Vincent.
That's so cool.
So is Levi Stefanik.
Bro, Jesse TWX is subscribed to me. Life is complete.
At least I assume they're subscribed to you.
He has a gaming rig in the background.
I forgot to subscribe to Jesse until like 2 weeks after I really met y'all.
I thought you were gonna say until 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, same. I was like, wait, what?
2 weeks ago would have been wild.
I was about to be like, After Summit is insane.
He has a gaming rig in the background and runs a Mac. That's my mom's work computer, dog.
Definitely peak gaming set. That's actually what he films all his Davis Does Games videos on.
Yeah. Guys, we know Davis very well. I should leak some things about
Sam forgot to
Davis.
subscribe to you.
Dang.
Sam has sub bots.
Alright.
Alright.
We got the Sam subbot allegations again.
Me and Sam have beef now because he beefed with me for no reason earlier. And so did Kevin. And then he just called me a pickle.
I'm pretty sure they were joking. But
Weather clips. Davis wants you to clip when he trolled Vincent by making him think Stormfront Freaks raided him.
what just happened to my stream?
Oh. That's...
Why did it say that? Browser can't play this video. Why did it say that? It said your browser can't
Oh
play
my gosh,
this
is that the Holly, Texas video? The Holly, Texas video is like on the Reddit.
MWX. Alright, bro, Tim Marshall, we saw that. I guess Mr. Storm deleted it, not you.
I'll see you later, alligator.
Alright, bro, calm down. Calm down.
It's
How do you
another...
guys think RHY's stream is going? Let's place best. Does he have more or less than 100,000 likes?
Oh, definitely less.
Really?
Let's see. I'm looking.
It is, 37,000. Why does he wear that sweatshirt every time now? It feels so weird to see him in a white sweatshirt.
Everyone on Twitter was like, Ryan Hallgall's wearing white?
It just doesn't happen, bro.
It's not.
It
It's
was not meant to be.
it's the new him. It's a new
No.
look. Now he needs to shave off the beard.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. In all seriousness, today, underperformed.
Yeah.
Now again,
Davis, you know what happens when you say that? Nocturnal wedges.
hold on.
We're gonna get a PDS or a Tor E tomorrow night. Or tonight.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the second after you end stream. Boom, got him. These Iowa storms are just not convecting like they were supposed to, and you can make the case that the event performed because we had a Wisconsin wedge. And I'm gonna say Wisconsin just to annoy everybody again.
It wasn't a wedge.
I don't necessarily think that means it performed. We
Did
had a
not.
couple of QLCS Wisconsin tornadoes, but I don't think that. See, it's hard to say because you had to look at this from both perspectives. This was another bigger bust. Today was kind of kind of a bust. Again, I know people's definition of bust varies, but in my terminology, for a moderate risk event, getting only a couple of brief tornadoes and one long tracking one, a moderate risk is a underperforming one here.
Yeah.
What are all these alts, bro?
That was so funny. Chunkita weather. That was pretty diabolical, if I say so. I'd say that this was definitely a bust. Actually, I'd say that it just really underperformed. I wouldn't call it a bust. I'd just say it was a very, 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 very underperforming event.
This may be the lowest performing 15 hatch in, like, years.
That's so real. Like,
No,
this,
no, just wait.
we're still gonna get a PDS or a Tory, like, sometime in a couple hours.
And they literally just updated the Oklahoma one to
And
Tory.
Oh, I believed you for a second. No, I'm kidding. I'm waiting for Davis to draw something weird on his radar.
Dude, I love how Thomas Nepshield did a spotter network thing, and it was spotter 0 miles southwest of Humboldt, Iowa. Damage. My feelings were also hurt.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Someone literally posted, like, it was like Cam or whatever posted possible hazard type hurt feelings.
Yeah. Other one was spotter 7 miles northwest of Vernon, Texas. Damaged my heart. It hath been broken by the cruel mistress.
Or did you see, like, the toilet one?
Yeah.
Did you
I
see?
love how the Mr. Storm put the fries in the bag poll is still going, and most people voted yes.
It's a PDS urn.
It is, bro.
What's up, drinking Jason? I think you drink a lot.
Now he gets back to the content I actually subscribed for was actual storm info. I don't know what you want me to say right now, because there's really not a lot happening. I mean, we have the tornado warning in Oklahoma that's going to expire within the next 5 minutes. The Iowa storms are busting. Wisconsin is bringing us some 60-mile-an-hour gusts. But
Bro, what else do people call it?
they want me to call it Wisconsin. And I'm
That's
not
how
doing
I
that.
say it.
It's
That's-
the same darn thing. Call it like cheese crit land or whatever.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Max
The
ate
Coulter's crit.
cheese curds and nothing happened.
Sam is still pressed. No, think about it. The thing that happened was in Wisconsin.
It's crazy.
The land of
What?
cheese curds.
Oh my gosh, what?
That's
The only
actually
thing that happened was there, and that's what happened. There were PDS wedges that one time he ate cheese curds as well. There were PDS wedges in Wisconsin.
it's insane. It's
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Sam is still pressed about the subbots allegation.
Iowa storms are busting. Let's see. Subbots.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, Iowa storms. I guess they couldn't overcome the cap. I think, in my opinion, they developed too late. I think that's what stopped these.
Bro uses weather-wise. You should not be talking.
All right. Keep in mind, guys, that at this point, this is legitimately like a
Chill stream.
5 or a 10 hatch setup. That's not what I was gonna say, Vincent.
Oh.
It's like a 5% or a 10 hatch setup at most with this environment. Definitely not like a 15 hatch type setup at this point. So even if we do see something develop out of these Iowa storms, it's likely not gonna be too intense.
Is Weather Clip still here, or are they cooking?
No, I know it's Wisconsin. I'm just joking around. I just like seeing people crash out about it. Yeah, I don't know. I think WX Clips may be working on the video, bro. By the way, I will say our Oklahoma cell to the south is starting to develop a Pokeco, and it's about to undergo a merger as well.
Uh-oh.
Pretty interesting stuff.
It does not want you to end stream.
Who doesn't?
That storm.
I know, right?
I like...
Again, people are gonna get mad. I'm in a title that first stream a bust. People are gonna get mad at that. For a moderate risk, this is a bust. Keep in mind, a day 3 moderate risk, this is a bust. This is the lowest performing day 3 moderate of all time. I'm gonna say it.
Everyone keep in mind, this was a 15 hatched. Oh.
Yesterday.
We have 7 people watching. Emergency?
Dude, I'm just saying. I think that they should have flipped the outlooks. Yesterday should have been a moderate, and today should have been a slight.
Exactly, bro. Levi, did you see yesterday's Nebraska tornado got rated?
What, EF1?
EF2 132, high-end EF2. It was also the size.
It definitely had way more.
I want you to guess the size. That sounded so weird.
I swear it's probably like 300 yards.
No, dude, take a serious guess.
1 second.
I actually don't know. Mile and a half?
Mile and a quarter.
Guys, I unfortunately have to say farewell.
No Stormfront
Put the
freaks
fries in the bag.
Bro, no raid.
I'm back playing.
Alright, well, this has been a very successful stream. It was.
Hey, I'm gonna hop off stream here if you want to like talk for a few more minutes.
I can't. I have to go upstairs and discuss things with my parents.
Alrighty.
Alright, well, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Talk to you later, bro.
See you later.
Peace.